You have a little bit of the volume, Dave?
Yeah. Yo. What's going on, everybody? We're live, AJ.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
We're
you
prepared,
can see,
man.
You can see who we are. I'm Dave. This is my brother. And this is AJ.
With the chips.
Rocking the chips, man.
The UFC 240 watch along. We're watching UFC 240. The first fight is about to start. Who's this?
Who is this?
Nico Price.
Yeah, Nico Price is
He
up.
looks pretty ripped.
Max Holloway, Frankie Edgar is the main event for the UFC featherweight title. Who do you guys have in the main event?
Oh.
Well,
I got Holloway.
Yeah, I think we all have Holloway,
I think
right?
Edgar's washed up.
I do have
What?
a ticket here. I think I did place a wager on Frankie, but just for the hell of it.
well, we did make some wagers.
We
here.
did make some
Yeah.
wagers earlier.
I got, like,
you
the
have
big
a
one.
$3 bet where you can win like $432, which
Correcto
is
mundo.
pretty massive.
Thank you to Miso Jeu.
Hopefully everything turns out for you. So we got some money on the table. We've got big fights from the UFC. We got a party going on here,
It's a
boys.
party,
Yeah.
man. We're missing a couple of guys. We got Johnny. We stationed them at a
Johnny's-
local pub. He's giving us his news on what's happening over there.
Yeah, he's reporting
Live.
Oh, remote.
He's remote.
Yeah,
and then
remote location.
Freddie is like
Fred's
fishing
gone
somewhere
fishing. Yeah,
in Trois Rivières, like I said. Always Mr. I'm not so sure about his fishing stuff. The fishing stories, I'm always like, I know he's in Trois Rivières at some strip joint for the weekend.
Oh.
No, I'm serious. I said
He's
that up.
going with his family.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, I apologize.
He's going on his
John
fishing trip
Jones goes with
whole
his family. Remember that whole rant yesterday? You were talking about John Jones goes with the family, and there he is at some titty twister bar, and he's
Twister.
well. That's what it was on
Well,
From
you're talking
Dusk Till
till
Dawn.
Dawn. Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Harvey Keitel. Word up.
We got a lot of
AJ's
Keitel references
buddy.
tonight.
Word up.
Of course, we learned on Ringside Report Radio this week, Ringside Report, on the deal, that AJ's buddy is Harvey Keitel. You actually hung out with Harvey. You can go check out the proof at ringsidereport.net on Twitter, Instagram, all the things. You can go see AJ at Danny Brook, too. He's posting pictures of himself and his buddy, Harvey Keitel, when they went out for lunch.
Screen legend.
Yeah.
Screen legend.
And my brother's a big movie buff, so he was
And
super
I am
impressed.
beyond words. Like, I didn't want to believe it until I saw it, and I saw a picture. And I just have all the questions now.
Yeah, and
Shoot
Everything. I
away,
want to
man.
know everything.
you've been asking AJ a lot of questions about Harvey Keitel, and AJ's got some good stories on hanging out with Harvey.
Harvey. Hanging out with Harvey. I like that. That should be an episode. Hanging out with Harvey.
Well, you were supposed
love
to
to
get
be there.
Harvey was supposed to be here instead of this guy.
Well,
we were
but
supposed
it's your
to have
brother, man.
Yeah, but we were supposed to have Harvey Keitel on the show instead.
Yeah, but
That'd be so cool.
wouldn't that be cool, man?
That would be so cool.
So
let me tell you, Dave.
So we got.
Let me tell you how it's gonna go down tonight. George St. Pierre is gonna lose, but George is not fighting Harvey. It don't matter. It don't matter.
So we got Marc-Andre Barrios, who's a Montreal fighter.
Marc Andre.
He's going to be
No way.
fighting Christoph Jotko coming up here. His first fight on the pay-per-view. So far on the night, we got Eric Koch beating Kyle Stewart by decision. Jillian Robertson, a Canadian. She gets a win by TKO over Sarah Frota.
Frodo.
Davison Figueiredo beat Alexander Pantoja by decision. Gavin Tucker, Canadian, submitted Sung Woo Choi by rear naked choke.
He was doing good in the first round.
Who was? Choi?
Yeah, Choi. Choi went down.
Hakeem
like a toy.
Dawodu. Yoshinoru knocked out Yoshinori Hori with a head kick.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Reminded me of
Nice head kick.
like what was I saying earlier? I was saying like the Holly Holm and Ronda Rousey knockout. It looked exactly the same. Backing up again with your hands down and turning. What do you think is going to happen? Lights out. Why do you do that?
And
Keep your hands up.
Vivian Araujo beat Alexis Davis by decision.
Oh.
I missed that fight. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. It wasn't like it wasn't like the best, but it was fine. Let's hope this card is gonna, like the pay-per-view card will be a little bit more exciting.
And the last pay-per-view from the UFC was pretty good.
It was excellent.
You know, the Masvidal knockout and everything.
That was a
Yeah.
beautiful
The main
card.
event was a little boring, but like the rest of the card was good.
It wasn't too bad, Dave. It wasn't too bad.
Wasn't my favorite. The rest of the card was so good. The main event was kind of like, not as fun as the rest of the show.
Just a shout out to everybody, because I think last time people came on to our watch along and they actually thought we were showing the fight. we're watching along with you guys as date night goes. That's what we call it, like date night with the boys. So we're watching the fights. We're gonna yap like whatever. I guess we could talk about whatever. We gotta wait 10 minutes before we're allowed to say anything nasty. Explain that, Ben.
No, we're not. Don't worry about it.
Why?
We don't need to get into the rules of YouTube and everything.
Yeah.
Well, people want to know.
No.
Inquiry.
No.
I don't want to know. It doesn't matter.
People want to know. I wanted to know.
Just look up
I'm not even
monetization
sure what
on
it
YouTube.
is.
What's it called?
Monetization?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's about monetization.
Yeah.
You know what monetization means, AJ? Money.
Money. I do know about money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know about money.
Hey.
Oh, look who it is. Is that Thiago Silva there?
No, it's Thiago Alves.
Oh, Thiago Alves, yeah.
Oh, the Pitbull.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
He got a bit beefy there, eh?
Fell to
He's
GSP at UFC 100.
Yeah. Yeah, it was UFC 100, eh?
That's right. For Brock Lesnar, Frank Mir too.
So, what a lot
card.
of people don't know is that Marc-André
Christoph
Barrios...
So Alves is in Jotko's corner here.
well,
What gym is that?
I'm
whatever.
not sure.
He's
AKA?
he's Polish, Jotko.
Yeah, he's Polish.
Might be like American Top Team or something. Everybody fights that American Top Team these days.
Well, they're the best gym
You know
out
what I
there,
mean?
right?
So they say.
Well, they are, man. They have like great coaches, great talent, and I mean, it's the place to be. I mean, there's a lot of good gyms. We have great gyms all across. Even in Montreal here, we have amazing gyms.
Is that the gym?
Jackson Wink.
Yeah, Jackson
Yes.
Wink.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
about him?
Well, they're a good gym.
We've got
Down in
Marc-André
Albuquerque.
Barrios, who's training out of I believe TriStar here in Montreal.
Always from Gatineau.
He's a Gatineau boy. And listen, if people don't know this guy, he's like a TKO specialist. This guy, I think, has knocked out 11 out of 13 fights. He's knocked them or TKO'd them out. He's really an unknown tonight. I mean, he lost his first UFC fight by decision, which I was on the cusp. I thought he probably had it, but that's my
Jotko
opinion.
is American Top Team. I just checked it out on his Twitter.
How about it?
He's also American. Everybody's American Top Team.
Except for Barrio.
Not Barrio.
No.
He's out of some fight team out of Gatineau, right?
No, out of a TriStar. He's out of.
Oh, is he a
he's
TriStar
training-
guy?
yeah.
Where's for us?
Where's Faraz?
Barrio is really good. Like, we saw him in TKO. Yo, that's Stefan. That's
Oh,
Stefan
Stefan Patry is there. What do you know?
That's the TKO president in his corner.
That's Wow, that's
Why
surprising.
would you have Stefan in your corner, though? He's not a, like...
That's
he's
the
not
first time I've ever seen that.
Like, he's not a trainer. He's, I guess,
No.
his manager.
Well,
Sometimes they get the manager in the
but
corner.
have you ever seen Patry at
We
any
got
fight?
three
No.
corner men. You don't really... I've never seen Patry in the UFC getup in the corner. I've never seen that before.
If people don't know who Patry is, he's basically the Dana White of Quebec. He promotes the TKO circuit. TKO is like one of the best fighting circuits probably in Canada. I produced some of the best fighters out there. Obviously, Georges St. Pierre. We had David Pat Cote,
Loiseau,
David
Steve
Loiseau.
Bosse.
But then,
Steve-
of course,
oh,
a
there's so
lot
many.
of Ontario
Ivan
guys.
Menjivar as well.
Sam Stout, Mark Hominick.
Oh, Hominick.
There's so many great
So many.
fighters fought in TKO, you know?
And all the secondary fighters that are
And
still fighting
Marc-André
now.
Barrio was a TKO champion at light heavyweight and middleweight.
And Charles Jourdain, who just went to the UFC as well, coming out of the TKO circuit. And it's very surprising to see Patry there. I am shocked. So there must be something going on. He wants to get more involved.
Well,
Kinda
he's
looks like Dana
he's his
White in some-
manager. I mean, sometimes the manager's in the corner, like I said. I don't think it's such a big deal that he's there.
Well, you know what?
But it is
surprised.
kind of like if I were fighting and I had three guys in my corner, I'd want three guys that could counsel me in martial arts. And Stefan's not that guy. Like, Stefan's
He's
a
not a
promoter. Stefan's a manager, but he's not a MMA trainer, right?
Not at all.
Not to my knowledge.
He doesn't own a gym.
He probably plays hockey better than he fights.
I don't
I'm
know.
serious.
Does Stefan?
Yeah, he's a hockey guy.
No, but does he like do
Not at
martial
all.
arts?
Not at all.
He doesn't train in martial arts. He
Not
must
that I
have done something at some point.
Listen,
He's been
maybe he
involved
played
in
Mortal
MMA
Kombat
for
or
so
something,
many-
but that's about it.
I don't know. I wonder.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out, probably.
Is Dana
That's
White's
about
got
it.
like a
yeah,
boxing-
Remember that?
I'm a black belt in Punch Out.
Are you?
I beat Bald Bull.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, this guy
Wow.
seriously is really good at Punch Out.
Man.
Like, he can beat Punch Out. I
don't know.
can't. I
So-
can't.
That's
beat-
Soda
incredible.
Popinski sometimes gets me.
what
He's
the
tough.
heck, man? I haven't played that in so long.
But
We
I could
should do
beat
that.
Great Tiger. I could beat Piston Honda.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. Ball
Man,
Bowl took a
so you know what we got to
King
do?
Hippo.
For our next watch-along party, we got to do like a pre-party where we just, instead of playing poker, because you guys, well, actually, we can't bring Paul, which Paul is not here tonight, who tends to like
Because
always
Paul
take our
just
money.
beats us at
Smokes
poker.
us.
Smokes us, man.
Destroys us.
Let's just have a video game party. Minus the punch-out.
I mean, poker would be fun too. I like poker.
We can't bring Paul.
yeah.
Paul can deal.
Paul-
Paul can deal.
You know what? I'm going to tell you
It's
what.
good because
we
last,
need to bring
last time
Muscles
we
Marco.
Played, last time we played poker
Yeah, bring
without
Muscles Marco.
Muscles
last time
Marco
we played
could beat
poker
him.
without Paul, I won. So
That's
we could
true.
we could do that. That's
Well,
good. I don't mind that.
Yeah,
at
but
all.
it's 2 victories for Paul, 1 for you, and
Yeah.
the rest of us goose egg.
Hey, I'll.
And some,
I'll
I don't
get
want to say
mine.
we were playing Monopoly money that we lost. Here we go, Barrio.
Barrio and Jotko. Ooh.
Ooh, Jocko. Man, there's so many good Polish fighters. The Polish circuit there is pretty impressive.
Is Krzysztof Strozinski still fighting the Polish experiment?
I don't
I'm
think
not
so.
sure, no. I haven't seen him in a while.
Or I haven't seen Joanna fight in a while.
She's gonna be fighting.
Yeah,
at some
she's
point
training. I've
soon.
been seeing nothing but Instagram videos of her, and she's practicing like crazy. The only thing that I saw that was a bit disturbing was this. You want to hear it? Listen to this. You're going to hear it. I saw her on Instagram.
I don't think we have a choice.
Listen to this. She's on the beach, okay? And this is the shit that... Am I allowed to say this? Is it 10 minutes
Yeah,
past?
yeah, whatever.
Okay, I'm allowed to say it. This is the shit that we used to do as kids back in the days, back in the 80s. So remember, kids, do not do this. So what happened is she's on a beach. She's getting ready to, like, surf or whatever. And she pulls out a bottle, okay, that she starts to apply to her body.
Who?
And... Joanna.
Yeah, Jacek.
She's a pretty good looking woman. But let me tell you, she starts applying baby oil to her body. And she's like, oh, this is so good for the skin.
Where are you
and
seeing this?
This is on her Instagram account. I'm like,
And you're watching this.
I'm watching this and
intently.
I'm like, baby oil? I thought they banned this stuff. It was like the #1 do not use while you're at the beach if you want to be cooking like a turkey. And here she is, like she was basting herself like a turkey. And I was like, I can't believe, man. This was stuff we used to do in the 80s. I'm serious, guys. Baby oil.
So I don't know.
To go into the
I was
ocean
not
on the
expecting
beach.
that.
You didn't
I
expect
was
that.
not
eh?
expecting that that's where the story was going.
Well, just think
You
about
start
it.
talking about Joanna. You're saying she's a nice looking lady.
Baby
She's-
oil.
She's like on the beach oiling herself up.
But why
And
oil
I didn't
yourself
think
up?
that
Think
you
about the
were
sand.
gonna stop and the story was gonna end in you taking exception as to the product she was using to, on her body. That's just odd, AJ.
No,
What a
it's
weird
not, man. It's
story to
baby
tell.
oil, dude. You don't put baby oil on your skin. You're gonna cook.
Are you?
Big time. It's like,
Well, I
not
wouldn't put
good.
baby oil on my skin.
Like, this is the stuff we used to do a long time ago till they started
Yeah.
saying, do not use this shit because,
Maybe
You
no
know
one
what?
told Joanna about it.
yeah, I don't think she knows about it. Joanna, if you're listening, AJ says stop. Use Hawaiian Tropic.
We love you, Joanna.
It's so much better.
Joanna champion.
Much love.
Much love. Okay, what's happening here?
Barrio was like caught in a clinch for a while,
Ah,
and
that
he's
doesn't
moved
do
away, and now he
It's
just got
okay.
hit with a little
Come on, Barrio.
deal.
So, AJ,
Tell me.
Keitel, he telling you, any
He's-
Ran hard.
I'm gonna tell you.
Scorsese or
Scorsese-
or Tarantino stories?
Yeah, he loves
Okay,
them. Those are his buddies.
anything you can, anything you're free to discuss.
Am I free to
I'm all ears. I just saw
No
the new
problem.
Tarantino
Where's my
movie,
publicist,
so I wanna
Mark?
hear
Where's
stories.
Mark? I know
Was
he's
it good,
listening.
the new Tarantino
It
movie?
was quite good, actually.
Which one? The one, Once Upon a Time in
Hollywood? I enjoyed it very much.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
might
gotta
go
watch
see,
that.
I might go see it.
Ah.
And I never go see
I
movies.
think you'd like it. It had feelings kind of a bit like Big Lebowski a bit.
Oh,
Just kinda,
wow, that's
very
impressive.
much like a hangout kind of film. Takes its time. You get to just kind of feel the characters and their setting.
The trailer makes it look good. So
Hey,
I
man,
don't know.
Brad Pitt and DiCaprio.
DiCaprio.
How much, like, magic, man.
A lot of cool guest spots and like
Really?
good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
It was
But
very
talk
good.
about Keitel.
He wasn't in it though.
He wasn't in it.
I was hoping he'd be in it actually, but he was not in it.
Strange, eh?
Wasn't available.
Yeah, he's too busy doing The Irishman. That's the movie that's gonna be coming out.
That's what he's doing, right?
Yeah.
That's what
Did
he's
Did
doing.
he tell you
uh,
anything about The Irishman?
I'm sure it's very hush hush.
It's hush hush.
Is that going to
man.
be on Netflix? What's the deal?
It's gonna have a theatrical release as well as a Netflix release to help its awards chances.
Well, who's going to go see it in theaters and pay for it if you have it on Netflix?
Maybe in just like New York and LA and a couple other places.
What?
But mostly Netflix release.
Yeah, that makes
Netflix is
sense.
having
I think
some
it's gonna
good
come out in
films.
theaters first, and then Netflix like 2 weeks later.
Ooh,
Okay.
look
That's
at this.
the plan. But it's Scorsese. I think it's Steve Zalian who did
Scorsese.
the Departed script.
Steve's Alien?
Zalian, I think. Zalian.
Some guy named Steve has an alien that
Yeah.
writes movies?
Great movie.
Oh, did you see that, Dave?
And
Yeah.
You
looking
did a
forward
good
to it.
move, and then why did you do that?
Screen return of Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. Don't mess with Joe.
You hear any Joe Pesci stories?
I love Joe Pesci.
Did you hear any stories?
He's a really nice guy, apparently.
Really?
Yep. Joe Pesci, man. Who doesn't like Joe? Except for Sinead O'Connor and that whole bit back in the days.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do that shit, Sinead. Don't do that. That wasn't
First
cool.
round's over. I'd say Jotko got it. It was a close round, though. Not much happened.
You think so?
I think Jotko got it.
I think the last
It
part.
was close.
Are we allowed to describe the movement or not?
Yeah,
that
at
it's
this
done.
point, it's
If it's in
already
the past.
happened.
Yeah, so he got like basically.
Like,
what,
we can't do play-by-play, right?
No,
we
so-
can't describe the action as it's happening, but once it's over, we can kind of talk about
so
the match.
basically, Marc-André Barriot took a double leg, put him in the air, and literally dropped him on his head, which was a great move. But the problem was is that Barriot continued with the move and sort of went over his back as he dropped him and fell into on his backside, which if he would have had that control, he probably would have won that round. So I agree with you, Dave. I think he might have lost it by a little bit, but if he had that control with the last 30 seconds, he would have got that round, Marc-André. But it's still early. This is going to be a knockout fight at some point. And I hope so, because I'll win in mise au jeu. Because I chose the knockout on this. Dave, you took KO, no?
Barrio by knockout?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. On one of my things.
Anybody want some Miss Vicky chips? The best chips in Canada.
Are you asking the YouTube audience? Or are you asking us?
No, we're on a date night, man.
They haven't perfected that technology yet.
Yeah, we can't
Well,
do
you
that.
could pretend. You could, like, at the same time, if you have some chips, here we go. I'm going to take one.
We got a question.
Open up your mouth, and here you go. Eat,
Somebody
my little
wants to
friend.
know if Mercer has fought yet, but I don't think...
Mercer,
who's
no,
Mercer?
it's the boxing.
Or Mercier, Aubin Mercier.
Oh, Olivier
Mercier. No, Olivier has not fought yet.
It's coming up soon.
He's coming up, soon.
I'll tell you what. He's coming up in the next fight.
AJ, I got a question for you.
Tell me.
It's not Keitel related.
What?
There will be more Keitel questions.
Okay, that's cool.
Why is this a date night?
Because what we're doing here, let me explain to you, Ben. This is serious business here. You see, there's a whole worldwide audience that listens to ringsidereport.net. And just to let everybody know,
We call
Ben
it the
is not a
universe.
regular,
We
but he
call-
comes all the time.
We call it the
Well,
universe.
he's not a regular, but he'll come. You come quite often.
I mean, he's family.
He's family.
I'm a
Dave and
featured-
Ben
I'm
are
a feature
are
player.
brothers.
There's
So-
there's one constant in the Ringside Report universe, AJ.
What is that? We're all homies.
Me.
Oh yeah, that's true. Dave Simon.
I'm on all the shows.
Dave Simon is let me introduce you to Dave Simon. So if you don't know who Dave Simon is the genius of Ringside Report, Wrestling Uncensored, the Green Phantom,
What's Phantom in Japan?
and all kinds of other shows. Dave Simon, TSN 690, Dave Simon, Ringside Report, Dave Simon,
Irreparable
Ringside Report,
Damage.
DOTNET, YouTube. What's it called?
Irreparable damage.
There's a lot of damage on
Fantastic
that show.
show.
TSN 690, but also don't forget Extra 90.5, Peterborough, Ontario.
Yes.
The Pete.
Shout out to all my people in Peterborough, Ontario,
Yo,
joining
Peterborough. Isn't that the home of Peter Puck? Remember Peter Puck?
It's the home
in the
of
days?
Bobby Roode.
Glorious. So AJ, why is this day night? You haven't answered that question.
So that's it. Let me get
Then
back
you start
to date
saying,
night.
"Let's introduce
man.
me
I'm getting
for some
old.
reason."
So listen. So what date night means is that there's a whole world out there that wants to see the fights. Some of them, I know what happens. You get married and you can't go to the bars anymore, and you're sitting home watching the fights alone, or you're somewhere in some remote place in Alaska. I don't know. Or in Trois-Rivières, like Fred, who's fishing. And the thing is,
Same distance.
Same distance.
He's in Maniwaki.
yeah, that's what he says.
That is what he said.
So then the thing is,
And I
what you
believe
do
him.
is, so we call it the date night so that people could come on and it's like a date night. We're getting together. We want to have a little romance. No problem, buddy. I'm cool with that.
What do you
So
what do you mean?
Don't you have a girlfriend, AJ?
I do. My girlfriend.
So
is,
what-
And
she
why are
knows.
we're not having romance here?
No, we're
First of
not.
all, we're brothers. Second of all, I'm heterosexual.
So let me get back to the date night. So here we are with whoever's watching, male, female, I don't care who it is, sitting watching the fights together. We can't show it because we're not allowed to, but we could talk about it.
Well, yeah, that would be illegal streaming of a UFC pay-per-view. AJ.
Exactly.
You can't just do that.
So if you want to hear everything else, come Thursday, 8 o'clock, Ringside Report, the DOTNET. Watch the YouTube show live. You can listen to it again on Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on TSN 690 AM. You can find us on Apple.
Watch it Thursdays at 8 p.m. live, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can hear us all the time. This is just our special show where we get together and, we have a little date night.
Yeah, this is just
More of a hangout than a day night.
Yeah.
Well, I like the date night
This
better.
isn't like a normal episode of Ringside Report, right?
It's not.
Because on Ringside Report, I wouldn't let you kind of go on and on and on as you have.
No, you would cut me off a long time ago.
I would have
got the Nerf gun.
Yeah, I would have cut you off a long time ago.
But
here, I'm letting you go because
you know what I
you're
miss?
talking and I'm watching the fight.
I'll
so
tell you what
it's
I miss. I miss when we're in studio at the radio station, and when I'm talking, and you used to cut me off. Remember those days?
I used
Those
to
were the
turn your
best.
mic off?
And I used to walk around. I'd come around like the seating and try to get to Dave and like.
You know, I
wanted
can
to
still
choke
turn your
him.
mic off.
No, you can you?
I just did.
But I could talk over you. See, that's.
Well, hold on. There you go.
Hello. Can you hear me?
No one can hear you now. I cut his mic off too. Yeah, so now it's just me.
That's not cool. Dude.
All right, you're both back on.
No,
now.
but now
Thank
it's
you.
because we're so close. At the radio station, sometimes it's a big place, so I'd have to walk around, big time. Or there was the other times we were in certain studios where it was completely like me and Fred on one side and Dave completely like in another room
behind
with a glass.
Yeah, I'd have to look at you. It was really weird.
That was funny, and I couldn't shoot you with the Nerf guns. Remember, I used to blast it and it used to bounce off.
well,
was so
yeah, you
funny.
can't shoot through glass.
Nah, it
with
was so
Nerf
funny.
guns.
But I miss those days, in some sense. But now we're big. We're YouTube. We're TSN. We're Peterborough. We're Hollywood. We're everywhere, man.
Yeah, but this way we're on video at all times as well.
Yeah,
right?
people. Hey, listen. The people
People
wanted
see
to
the
see
show.
us. They were asking, let's get these guys up on like television.
I mean, look at you. You're Hollywood AJ. You're too pretty to just.
Well, you're a
have
good
on the
looking guy
radio.
too. Ben, you too, man. You're a good looking guy.
Whoa.
What the heck happened there?
Whoa, that was crazy.
What happened there? Did he throw an illegal knee there?
No, he. Okay, so the second round is now over.
Oh,
I think Barrio lost this round again. I
you
don't
think
know.
so? I don't know, man.
Got some good shots in.
He's had some
They're
pretty.
showing
good...
us replays of the round, and they are showing a lot of shots that Barrio had.
It was
I
a
don't know.
knee.
I don't know. I think maybe Jotko won. I'm not too sure.
I think Barrio won that one.
Was
He
that
throwing-
final slam within the time limit?
Yeah.
That score
Who slammed
points?
who there? I just.
Well,
Jocko
Bar-
got the slam.
No, well, Barrio picked him up, and then Jotko reversed it and
Oh.
landed on him in a mount. It was pretty crazy.
Well, kind of the way it ended in the first round,
It
right?
was a nice reversal from Jotko to kind of, balance in midair and reverse a position.
Mark Barrio looks like he's not gassed at all, while Jocko looks like he's huffing and puffing there. It's
Is
not looking
Stefan
good.
in the cage? Stefan's not in the cage. It's
Was
just
he?
his two trainer guys that are in the cage, right, for Barrio?
Come on.
Mm.
I don't
Barrio has to really.
Because, seriously,
kick
what
it
the
up.
fuck?
Why?
Why is Patrick in his corner? What the fuck? I don't get it. I like Stefan, but, what? It's like I wouldn't want to be in a corner of an
It's like
MMA
having
fighter.
Dana White in your corner.
It's like having me, even
No,
me. I
you
might
would
know
be
more.
good.
Yeah.
It's like having Dana White. Well, mind you, Dana White was a professional boxer.
But don't be a goof.
Yeah. Fucking hit him.
Listen, look at me in the eyes.
Don't let it go to the judges. Knock him out.
Just do it.
Got 50 grand riding on this.
Come on, man. I bet on you. Let's go.
Yeah, right.
Didn't that happen to Pete Rose? Remember when he
Dana
was
White does not
betting on
bet
baseball?
on the fights, okay? Dana White does not bet on the
saying
UFC
this is a parody
fights.
of a Dana White character.
That's just
that
a
I'm
joke.
Developing.
He
Is
doesn't
it?
do that.
Oh.
You know how illegal that would be?
Well, Pete Rose. That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah,
Remember
well, Pete Rose
with
got into
baseball?
all sorts of trouble.
Hey,
I
listen,
have
man.
heard
They got to
Dana
bring
White
him
gambling
back.
stories. I think Joe Rogan has a lot of Dana
yeah,
White.
Dana White likes to gamble,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean he gambles.
I'm just
he doesn't
playing
gamble
on that.
UFC
Just
fights.
playing on that.
I don't think that's allowed.
Well, you know
I
what?
thought he sold all his shares.
No.
No?
He's still worse for that. I don't know.
Come on,
He's
Barrio.
the president of the company.
Show him that Quebec Poutine punch.
What does that mean?
Doesn't mean anything. It just sounds good.
It means nothing, HA.
But wouldn't
How
it be
dare
good?
you? Show some respect.
This is the Poutine punch. Come on.
Barrio looks tired.
Oh, Jocko
It's been
looks
a tough
tired
fight.
too.
Jotko's tough. Yeah.
But he looks tired. But at least they're making it an exciting fight. They're going 3 rounds. They're turning it into a little bit of a war here.
It's tough, man. The UFC is tough. You see a guy in TKO, you know, he can dominate and
But
just
he's doing
smash
pretty good,
people.
Dave.
Oh, no, that was a good shot he just hit Jotko with there. He's doing all right. He may have won the second round, and he may be winning the third round.
Yep. If he continues the way he's doing, I mean, he's doing
well here in the third.
Could be a split.
I think he's winning the third round so far.
He's just got
Jotko's not landing anything. Marc-Andre is defending all his
his
strikes.
takedowns. Look, it's twice he's like stuffed that takedown.
What else do we have on the card here?
Next,
What's
we've got
next?
Olivier Aubin-Mercier against Arman
Oh, man, that's big.
Sarukian.
And then Jeff Neal, Nico Price.
Oh,
And then the
That was a
Cyborg,
good one.
Felicia Spencer fight. And then Frankie Edgar, Max Holloway.
Max.
To the max.
I don't like that Max just fought that fight against Dustin Poirier like 3 months ago and now is fighting again against Frankie Edgar. I don't like that. Like, it doesn't seem like enough time between fights.
Yeah, but
Like, I
it's
get
like
that
trying to say
Frankie
about
Edgar is not maybe the toughest opponent that Max has faced in the past couple of years, you know? Max has probably fought tougher guys like Ortega, Aldo, Poirier, you know? I mean, Aldo and Ortega both beat Edgar, you know what I mean? But still, it's like, it's tough to take that fight on
yeah, but if
only
you're Cowboy
3 months
Cerrone,
after the last one.
look at Cowboy Cerrone. He'll take
Yeah,
fights
but
all the
Holloway
time.
isn't Cowboy Cerrone, and Cowboy Cerrone loses a lot of those fights too. Don't forget.
Yeah.
How'd Cowboy Cerrone look in his last fight?
Somebody made a comment today. They're like,
How did
Cowboy
didn't-
Cerrone fights all the time.
Didn't he get beat real bad last fight? Who beat him real bad?
Oof. Jocko is
Oh,
bleeding
Tony
quite-
Ferguson. Yeah. Remember Tony Ferguson broke his nose?
Yep.
That was pretty awesome.
Oof, he doesn't look too good there, Jotko. This is Barrios' game or fight to win here.
Yeah,
he
he's
just
looking
has
good.
he has to just continuously
You never
overwhelm him
know
here, and
how
that's it.
judges see things, though.
That's
You
the problem. Never leave it
know.
in the hands of the judges.
You
But
never know.
unfortunately, let's go, man.
Like, they're both very active. Barrios definitely landing more.
You know what? Regardless, it's a fight that Dana White will make him fight again. I mean, he's making it exciting, and that's the key thing. It doesn't matter how you
I don't think they're gonna.
how
have
you
a
win or how you
rematch.
lose, as long as you make it exciting.
Oh, that was
Okay,
huge.
that was a huge.
That was huge.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
That was huge.
With 10 seconds to go, I don't know if that's enough. He's got to attempt something here. Let me eat some chips. I'm getting nervous.
I think Barrio wins the fight. I think this is Barrio's fight.
I think so too.
The second round was real tight
Dean.
though. Like
Yeah.
I think Jotko won the first round. I think Barrio maybe won the second, but I don't know.
The third,
The third
Barrio
round, I
got
think
it.
definitely Barrio.
and look, the first round, it was super close. There was some
Showed a lot of
nasty
the Barrio
elbows.
highlights.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it does. It gives you a good idea.
Of like,
I mean, the elbows that Barrio was dropping. I mean, he cut him open. Jocko was bleeding. He looks damaged. He can't even stand. He's like literally like.
You think Barrio's gonna get the decision?
Yep.
There goes your big parlay.
There goes
AJ.
my $430.
Yeah.
And Dave
That's the way she goes.
That's the way. He's still on that Midnight Express.
Yeah, mine's gone too. I had Barrio by
I've gone like,
knockout. There goes my bet.
I've
wait,
gone
you said
down.
Midnight Express.
Midnight Express.
That's the movie.
Yeah.
Or the tag team.
Oh, there's the tag team too. Midnight
Pro
Express,
wrestling
yeah.
tag team, the Midnight Express.
I'm tagging
Talk about
the Ultimate
Give me
Warrior.
some of those things.
Here we go.
That's the
Miss Vicky's best chips in Canada.
That's a Turkish prison movie, right? Midnight Express. The guy
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
caught
that's right. That was a
smuggling
good one. Yeah,
drugs.
that's
he goes
right.
to Turkish prison.
And then he's trying to get out. It was like, yeah, that was a good. Was it
Mhm.
based on a true story?
Pretty sure.
I think it was.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
So here we go. Decisions coming up.
When he fights the guard.
Yeah.
Oh, it abuses.
Listen,
him
you
so
don't
much.
want to be in a Turkish prison. That's for sure. Back in the
Mm-mm.
days. Remember they cane whip you on the soles of your feet?
Oh yeah.
That's gotta hurt, man. That's gotta hurt. But some people are into that stuff too, so you never know. What's up with Jocko? What is that? Oh, he's giving me the love sign. See, date night.
He understands.
He knew it. I did it before.
He's like, hey AJ, how you doing?
Yeah, it's okay, buddy. Take it easy. You didn't win yet. You didn't win.
Hey, say hi to Harvey for me.
Yeah. He no friend of Harvey, man.
Not like Hollywood over here.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Mind you, I love Poland. I love Polish food. I love Polish people. You know, it hurts me to go against a Polish fighter. But it's Marc-Andre Barriault from our hometown. We got no
Well,
choice.
not really. We're not from
Well-
Ghent, no.
Well, yeah, it's Quebec.
That's the home province.
But he's training out of Montreal anyways.
He
Who's
fights
there?
it-
Where? Who's in his corner here? I don't see.
I don't know those guys. I don't know if he trains in TriStar, man.
He might be out of
Not everybody
Nordic
in
or something.
Quebec, yeah.
Oh, there's Stefan.
There's Stefan. He's popping his head into the cage. What is he doing?
Am I
He's trying to
allowed
look
in?
at the
Alright, hold
card.
on. What are they
Look, he's
saying?
trying to
What are
look
they
at the
saying?
card.
Oh, split decision. Oh.
It's close.
Oh.
Wow,
See,
that's
that
a tough
second
one
round,
to
man.
swallow, man. That's
that
a
second
tough one
round
to
was
swallow.
really close.
Oh, look at Jocko
I thought
doing.
Jocko had it.
Wow, you see that
See?
breakdance move?
You see, this is what I'm saying about those replays not meaning shit. I thought Jotko had the second round until they started showing all the Marc-Andre Barriault highlights after the second round. Then I
What
was
the
like,
heck is that? Is that
oh,
Mario
maybe,
brother?
you know what I'm saying? Then I
Yeah.
was like, oh, maybe Barriault won that round. But then, turns out he didn't.
Look, you know what?
Because it was a very close round.
Look, I
but
think-
just because they show your highlights doesn't mean you won,
No,
okay?
I
the
agree.
judges don't pick the highlights. That's not how fighting works.
Ben called it. I think you called it. You know what?
I called it?
You called
What'd
it.
I call?
You called the
I thought I
fact that
called
when
it.
he took the takedown at the last 10, 13 seconds
I
or
don't
whatever
think
it
that
was,
meant anything.
that was probably the
just-
icing on the cake.
I'd like to see the scorecards. I think that Jotko didn't win because he won the...
Who is that? Mario brother. That's what I was trying to say.
Jotko didn't win the third round. Jotko won the first and second rounds.
Well, it didn't look like the second went his way, but anyways, what are you going to do?
Well, I think that if we saw the scorecards, we would see that Jotko won the first and second round. So hopefully we can find the scorecards at some point tonight.
Nothing like
before-
washing down Miss Vicky chips with Coca-Cola, the best drink on the market.
Hollywood over here.
What the fuck,
You're
Hollywood?
doing Coke commercials now.
What's going on,
You
Hollywood?
got endorsements all of a
The
sudden.
Ultimate Warrior. It doesn't taste any better. The Ultimate Warrior.
He's dead.
I know, but he used to drink Coke too.
I don't
Not
think
like
he
John
I don't think he
Jones.
drank it.
Not like John Jones, who didn't drink it.
Fred says, hey, I got Jotko.
No, he didn't, did he? Fred is there.
Oh.
I thought Fred was fishing.
Fred had Jotko.
I knew he was at
I
Trois-Rivières.
guess
I
Fred
knew it.
isn't fishing yet. I think he's maybe leaving tomorrow morning or something, you know.
What?
I don't know why Fred's not here, man, all right?
Fred, whatever you do,
Take it up with Fred.
Fred, whatever you do not slap nuts anybody in the, those establishments.
Slap nuts?
You didn't hear about that? You don't listen to our show? There's
Yeah,
a-
you missed the show.
How about slap nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Jeff Jarrett stuff?
Yeah, even worse.
Yeah, well, we talked about the John Jones thing.
Oh, yeah, he assaulted...
A stripper.
Not a stripper.
Well, no, she was a
she was
waitress in a strip joint.
in a strip club. And at one point, we talked about it on Ringside Report, which you can watch on the YouTube channel.
It got pretty hot. It was a good show last night. We
Go
got
to
a
the
lot of
YouTube
good.
channel, subscribe to the
feedback.
channel, and check out all our videos. We did Ringside Report on Thursday night, and we talked about it. John Jones did a whole thing in a strip club, allegedly, and this woman is saying that John Jones smacked her in her genitals,
Oh.
and she says, hey, you can't do that. You have to give me $100 if you're going to do that.
All right.
Come on.
And Fred said, yeah, if you give me $100, you can slap my dick too.
Slap nuts.
Slap nuts. So I said, yeah?
John Jones?
I said, stand up, Fred.
$100?
I'm going to give you a big old Suzuki chop. Wha-bam!
Yeah, I'm sure you have to give the money first.
No, but no. What I said is,
Yeah, well, you would
Ben,
think
listen
so.
to this. I said we should do this, and I'll participate too, as long as it goes to charity. What do you think?
Well, Fred said
You can
no.
slap my nuts for
Fred said
for charity.
no charity, because if he's going to get slapped in the dick, he wants the money himself. Like, that's how it works.
I know, but you know
And
what?
I'm sure this woman...
Think about the kids or
This
something.
woman, this cocktail waitress, which, by the way, let's go to Albuquerque, find this strip club, and find this lady, and get our hands ready for a big old chop.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. It just seems like a hilarious thing to do.
Does it?
Hey, yeah, because then we can tell the story. It'll be a great story for Hollywood AJ,
Especially if I get arrested.
We went
Not
to,
as cool as Keitel.
We went to the
True.
John Jones strip club, and we hit the lady in her vagina who offered it to John Jones. You'd be walking in the steps of greatness.
He's got a point there.
Following
man.
the path of the great John Jones, except you're paying her and not being a total dick like
But
John
why
Jones.
does John Jones always get himself into
This
this
is a
kind of
service
trouble?
that she offered. She probably needs the money. I think it would be the gentlemanly thing to do.
For $100?
$100, it'd be rude not to.
Plus a trip to Albuquerque.
Well, we're going to Albuquerque for other reasons. For the great Albuquerque
Steak.
hospitality?
Fajitas?
Oh, maybe. There's probably
They're
good
good,
Mexican
yeah.
food in New Mexico.
Yeah, you
course,
brought
man.
up going like Austin.
I've
though.
heard New Mexico is very nice.
Who
We're gonna
knows
go to
about? If anybody knows
Roswell,
about New
see some
Mexico,
aliens.
give us some shout out. What's
Yeah, we
happening here, Dave?
Don't worry about it. I'll deal with it.
What?
Little technical difficulties here,
No.
guys.
Don't worry. We're
No
good.
difficult.
I'm starting to sweat.
I'm
So
going
let's
to
go back to,
storm
uh,
Area 51.
Albuquerque.
Yeah,
Yo, what
everyone's
is
doing that.
What is that?
It's an
Explain
effort on
that
the
to
internet to get a lot of people to storm Area 51 on like
Oh
one
yeah,
day.
that'd be cool. We should do
Yes, yeah.
that. That would be awesome.
Wouldn't you get shot?
AJ is exactly the type of guy who would do that.
Isn't it a
I think
military
that would
base?
be awesome. You know who?
Yeah, they'll shoot
Dave,
you for sure.
Dave, I got
They're allowed.
it. Listen, it's good for the ratings. Listen to this. We got me and Johnny dressed up as aliens doing it with ringsidereport.net in the back of our shirts or whatever,
So you're gonna
alien
go to
suits.
Area 51.
You pay for it, me and Johnny are doing it.
Well, so maybe
I know Johnny's going to do it.
Maybe we should do the whole Ringside Report crew, take a trip to Albuquerque. We
That'd
go
be
to
awesome.
Roswell.
That would be
whatever.
awesome.
We're gonna go to New Mexico. We're gonna go to Albuquerque first. We're gonna do the John Jones strip club experience, and then the John Jones reality tour. You know, and
There'll be a
then
lot of cocaine
we're
involved,
gonna
Dave.
go storm Area 51 in Roswell. It's gonna be a great.
That would be awesome.
Great trip for YouTube. I mean, imagine the views on that video.
Man,
That's
the
not how
ratings
I'm
would be
spending
awesome.
my vacation.
You don't want to come along?
No.
You're not co-signing
Come
this?
on, man, that'd be fun,
Sorry,
man.
guys.
Think of the movie Paul. Remember the movie Paul?
I saw a bit of it.
Oh, it was the best movie ever. I loved it.
No, it's
It
not.
was.
It's not.
How
That-
much
that
how
alien
much would I
Paul
have
was
to
so
pay you
cool.
to give you a chop in the dick
$50.
I mean, you've probably done that one
Over
point
the-
during jiu-jitsu or something.
by accident, though.
Yeah, so.
But I'm saying over the pants, just what? Bam! Like
Ooh, that must hurt,
Like
man.
Fred
Yeah,
said,
I
he'd
don't
do it.
wanna-
Fred said he'd do it for $100.
It'd be more than that.
And this lady at this strip club said she'd do it for. I mean, I don't know how hard he'd hit her, but she's like.
But
he
if John
smacked
Jones,
her,
his hand is
he's-
like twice the
Yeah,
size
John
of
Jones
this.
will. If he's smacking you in the genitals, it can't feel good.
No, I
Or
don't
bruise
think so.
it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you could injure your genitals by doing that.
I love my genitals.
I mean, I'll tell you this: I'm charging way more than $100 for John Jones to hit me in my genitals. Like John Jones wants to hit me in the dick, I'm charging at least $4,000. All right?
$4,000?
Man, that went
at
up
least,
big time.
I'm saying
You should be the
$5 million.
agent of that girl.
$5 million.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave,
This is John Jones.
you should
Well,
be her agent.
Open
Lethal
hand.
hands.
Open hand.
Doesn't matter. You've seen his muscles? You see how much force he could put?
$5 million.
Getting hit in the dick? How
and
painful.
this woman is doing it for $100. Put her in the UFC. Shit.
Man, $5 million at least.
This one tough
Listen,
lady.
let's get back to the aliens thing. That really intrigued me, actually. You know, so now that I thought about it, the movie Paul was awesome. And I just thought about it. We should do it. Me and Johnny. We should do like, we could
I
call
don't
it
think
again,
that's a good idea.
AJ and Johnny North in the dark. In like, that would be
AJ
awesome.
After Dark.
After dark,
Yeah,
man.
I'd
That's
spend-
it. I
I'd
even
spend-
forgot what it was called, the show.
I spent all this money to send you guys to New Mexico, right? And you guys would go, and all the footage you would get would just be dark and unusable. Because
No,
that's,
man, we'd have
that's what
glowing-
happens.
Talking
No.
in the background. Be like, is that
Listen.
an alien, bro? Oh, it's an alien, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's a coyote, man.
AJ would actually get footage of a real alien, but it would be so dark and terribly shot that you'd never see anything.
You would.
Well,
AJ.
chances are
You would.
he'd be my buddy. He'd be like one of these. My buddy Paul here. He's coming to ringsidereport.net.
Why are you calling him Paul?
Because Paul is the movie.
You know who that is, right?
This is
He does
what's
not
his name?
know.
No, I do know. It's
I
it's
said
Little
it.
Fred. It's hold on a sec. I got it.
It's Little Waylon, man.
Forget it.
Like a wild buffalo.
It's Waylon Jennings.
Waylon Jennings. That's what I was trying to. See, I knew it. It was just on the tip of my tongue.
Me and Fred talk about him all the time. We're always wearing Waylon Jennings merchandise.
It's true.
This guy's been on the show before. My
Waylon
good friend
Jennings?
Waylon. Waylon, what do
Really?
you got to say? Well, not the real Waylon.
Oh, our fake Waylon here.
Yeah, the
Our
real
little
Waylon's-
Waylon.
Real Waylon's been dead for like 15 years.
So hear me out on this. So you never saw Paul the movie?
I saw a bit of it.
Okay, and I thought he was cool, Paul. Paul was smoking cigarettes. He was a cool alien. If aliens could be like that, I'm on your side. But
Cigarettes are smoke. Why are cigarettes cool?
No, but he was a smoking alien.
He's probably smoking joints. It was
He
Seth
was
Rogen.
actually.
It was
He was.
Seth
It was Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen is like the best. Awesome.
I saw Lion King this week, and at one
What?
point Pumbaa, it's voiced by Seth Rogen, and Pumbaa goes, I was like, what the hell, man? What the hell, Pumbaa? That's not my Pumbaa. Where's the internet campaigns about that? Not my Pumbaa. Everyone's getting mad.
Here we go. So Olivier Aubin-Mercier is up.
Canadian gangster.
The Canadian gangster, which we had on our show. He was awesome.
Friend of the show.
He drank Uncle Benny's wine. He had some pizza from. Did he have pizza from Alto's?
I don't remember where the pizza was from.
Anyways, he had a good old time with the Ringside Report crew.
Yeah, good guy, Olivier.
He was a good guy. Everybody was there that night. Muscles Marco was there. Olivier had his crew.
It's a big fight for him.
Here he is.
How's he
He's
look?
coming in. He's looking good.
He's lost 2 in a row, right?
Yeah.
Let's go, Canadian gangster.
Come on.
Sporting a sweet mustache, Olivier.
He's always got that look, eh? He's got that gangster look. Wearing those Harry Potter glasses.
Oh, this is for us.
Hey, Faraz, there he is. Faraz is in the house.
Faraz from TriStar, and then his main guy, Richard Ho from H2O, which is like a couple blocks away from our
Yeah.
studio right now, right?
That's right.
Pretty much.
Olivier trains very close to here. Over on Monk. Don't worry, AJ.
I was getting nervous. Did
I
you
know.
see? I held my breath there.
The video froze for half a second, and AJ just goes dead quiet. He's like, "What?
Silence.
What's gonna happen? Don't worry, AJ. We're all good."
10 out of 12 wins, 9 by submission. And that's the thing with Olivier. If he gets your back, chances are he's going to put you to sleep.
He's gonna get that rear naked choke.
That's it.
His back mount and his rear naked choke are his best weapons.
But this is to be expected, a real grappling match. But if they stand, Olivier has a good chance to actually win by boxing his way through this. So I chose him as a decision, right? What did you get him as?
I don't know.
Submish.
Doesn't matter anymore. The parlay's over.
Oh, it's done for you?
Well, it's done for you too.
You want mine? Yeah.
For the Barrio?
Yeah, because I had Barrio.
Oh, it's true.
I had Barrio winning, and he was.
Okay. We'll send them. Yeah. Mark Barrio, get ready.
But don't worry, I have another bet here.
Do you?
Yeah,
Look
I've
at
got,
this.
Second slip.
Let's see this.
I've got Felicia Spencer
Oh, yeah, you
to
got that
beat
one.
Cyborg and Frankie Edgar to beat Max Holloway.
Yeesh.
I said, what the hell?
Yeah.
Couple
well,
bucks.
Good luck, Dave. Thanks to donating
Unlikely.
to Lotto Quebec.
It's possible though, right?
Hey, listen, anything is possible.
You know,
No one thought Ronda Rousey was going to get knocked out,
I'm not
except
sure.
for me.
I'm not sure Cyborg wins tonight.
Come on, Dave. Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, let me tell you. Mind you.
She just got knocked out in her last fight. Who knows?
Yeah, but
And Felicia
that's against Amanda
Felicia
Nunes.
Spencer is no joke. She's
7-0.
undefeated, former Invicta champion. And I was watching the UFC countdown today. You know who she trains with?
Who?
Jack Gallagher.
Oh. 205 Lives? Jack Gallagher?
That's right. WWE wrestler 205 Live's own Jack Gallagher,
Gentleman Jack.
who does have an MMA background. He was thinking about taking a fight in Bellator or something.
So when does he do it?
Hey,
He might.
pal.
Come on, Olivier. Olivier
You
looks
might
like
get
really
killed
intense.
in there, pal.
He's 12-4. He's the underdog.
Indeed, he is.
You see, Olivier has no tattoos. Not that I see.
No.
He's a really like clean gangster.
Yeah, the Canadian gangster's kind of a joke gimmick. It's not real. He's not like a gangster type guy, you know?
He's not like from like Harvey Keitel says, from like No Damn Good.
Oh.
NDG.
He's from St. Bruno.
Pretty much where Fred lives.
Fred says he's leaving tomorrow morning, by the way.
Is he, Freddie? We miss you, man.
That's why he's not here right now. He's leaving tomorrow morning for his big fishing trip. Big fishing expedition.
You know what I always wondered? If the Octagon girls don't smile and like blow a kiss to the camera, do they get reprimanded?
Probably.
Like, hey, you didn't do it.
I think it's part of the job.
Like, you gotta do it.
I get
Yeah.
mad when they don't, actually. I'm like, what?
Why do you
What's
get
up?
mad?
Because
Do
I'm,
it all
I'm
the
thinking
time.
it's like coming
Do you really think like they're going, AJ, you're so cute?
in my mind. It's possible.
Wow.
Come on, Olivier. You were showcasing a lot of maple syrup lately.
What are you talking about, maple syrup?
He's a big promoter of like showing a lot of pictures with maple syrup.
Oh yeah.
It's that. Yeah,
And this Armin Tamzarian looks pretty intense.
he does. Actually, I'm kind of.
Oh, this is Armin Tamzarian, isn't it?
Yes, he is.
That's right.
Principal Skinner strikes again. AJ, do you get it?
No, but it sounded funny.
You know about steamed hams?
Steamed hams.
Okay, you know what? We're just gonna make a bunch of Skinner jokes
Oh yeah.
Are you
the-
talking about
for the-
like from like
for the rest of this fight. And
from The
then
Simpsons?
AJ won't figure it out.
Are you talking about The Simpsons?
Yeah.
AJ, are you simply out of touch? No. It's the children who are wrong.
AJ doesn't get it.
That's funny, actually.
It is funny.
It is funny.
Come on. Show them why you were like a judo Olympian. He's actually very, very flexible, and he has great
Impressive.
balance, Olivier.
Impressive.
Olivier didn't go to the Olympics.
I thought he did in judo.
No. I mean, he did judo, but he didn't go to the Olympics.
He's looking real jack, baby.
AJ making up facts.
No, I honestly thought he was
No, I don't think so.
on the path to the Olympics, or he went to the
I mean,
Olympics.
he
or
trained
whatnot.
with the team, I'm sure, but
Maybe
I don't think he was on.
Tried out.
I think he
He
was.
didn't go
I don't know
to
if
the
he was coach
Olympics.
was like Nicholas Gill at the time.
He may have been on the path, you know, but then he decided to go to MMA.
Wow.
Maybe for money, you know. I mean, it's there's no money in Canadian judo, right? Make money as a martial artist fighting MMA.
It's hard. Come on, Olivier.
I used to know someone on the ladies team. National team.
Did you?
She was a brown belt. She's pretty badass.
That's
Till they meet
interesting.
jiu-jitsu guys.
Interesting you make a national team as a brown belt. Like, I would have thought you'd have to be a black belt to make the national team. You know what I
Well,
mean?
it's like BJ Penn when he got his black belt in jiu-jitsu. I mean,
guess.
there's always
You're
exceptions,
super
right?
good, and yeah, it doesn't matter.
BJ Penn ain't doing too good lately, that's for sure.
Yo, you know they're giving BJ Penn another fight?
Even after
How?
all the bouncer brawl
After
business.
all the bullshit, after losing forever, they're giving BJ Penn another fight. He's fighting
Ryan Hall, man,
Nick
like,
Lentz, he's going to be fighting at some point.
like, why are they doing this? Just so he could get a
I
win
have
and then
no
step back?
idea. I have no idea. It's
Like,
ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know. I love BJ Penn,
This is not
but
looking
it's
good
not
for
looking,
Olivier.
yeah. Well, it's only the first round, Dave. And you know what? He's actually
I'm
doing,
just saying, like, it's not
Yeah.
looking
Look,
good right now.
like,
Eat
most
gas.
guys,
His roast is ruined.
well, look, being a Canadian card, I hope at least one Canadian could win.
You ever been to Albany, AJ?
Albany, New York? Yeah. So nice.
You know what they call hamburgers there?
No, what do they call them?
Steamed hams.
What?
Yeah.
Say that again?
It's an upstate New York expression, but not in Utica.
But
It's an
how did
Albany
you say it
expression.
again?
Steamed hams.
Steamed hams.
That's what they call hamburgers.
Lord help us.
Despite the fact they're obviously grilled.
It's like saying in Quebec, I want a chien chaud. It doesn't work. You got to say hot dog or else they won't understand.
I thought you said steamed clams.
Steamed clams.
Oh, no.
I guess that's where John Jones went. Come on, Olivier. How's our people that are watching with us? Everybody's doing good? You having a little beer, a little Miss Vicky chips, Coca-Cola?
What's everybody eating tonight?
What's eating? Yeah, what are you eating? Hot dogs? Like,
You
are
guys
you
eating
eating like smoked
Chinese
salmon?
food?
We had
Chinese.
some Chinese food before.
Did you? Why don't you give me some?
Well, because we're having
for
I
it
you.
love Chinese food,
with our
man.
parents, and you know, it was like a family dinner.
I could have came over. I'm family, man.
Well,
You didn't bring Keitel.
Yeah.
you didn't bring Keitel. Keitel would have been welcome.
Oh, absolutely. He would have loved
He'd be
Beijing.
like,
Although it would have been
if
weird.
AJ ain't coming, there won't be no. There
I
won't
don't
be
think
no
Keitel
supper.
was welcome actually to family dinner. I don't know Keitel.
He's a nice guy.
I don't
He's,
know how
he's
our
like one of the
father would feel.
coolest. He would be
Yeah, I
so
don't think
cool.
I don't think our dad would want Keitel at dinner.
Why?
And I know what our questions our mom would ask.
Yeah.
So with the piano, you showed your penis.
Yeah, it would be
She would be just all about that.
very inappropriate.
He'd answer that. That's for sure.
I'm sure
he
he
doesn't hold
would.
back.
I think he showed his penis in a few movies.
I've heard Harvey Keitel has a big wang.
I can tell you,
He's got a major unit.
God gifted him.
He's packing.
He's packing heat.
Have you
man.
seen movies where you've seen Harvey Keitel's dick? Have you?
I've.
Did Harvey Keitel really show his dick in a movie?
In the piano, yeah.
Yo, AJ, that'd be weird though, cause you know him, right? Like if you were in a movie.
I'm in a jiu-jitsu team, man.
Like if you were in
they're-
a movie and you showed your dick,
Very few actors.
I would
wouldn't
do
wanna-
it, man.
I wouldn't want to see that.
Why not?
I don't want to see your dick.
Why not?
Shit is weird,
You
man.
wouldn't be seeing it in real
Yeah,
life.
no, but
I
in
hope
a
Keitel gets.
movie?
Listen, if he.
It's a movie.
Listen,
Oh,
man.
fuck
What
no.
if he puts us in his next movie, like you were saying, or he is? You
well,
never know.
that'd be cool, but
I'll
like,
do it. I'll pull out the wine.
What if you have to show your penis?
I'll do it in a heartbeat, man.
But you be in a Scorsese movie, like you get killed in a shower or something.
And all they see is your dick.
but I gotta show my dick.
You gotta show your penis to be in a,
Everybody's
but you're
gonna
in
see
a
my
Scorsese
dick?
movie. You
I
get
don't know,
killed.
man. I'm bashful.
Ben, ask me that
Do you know,
question.
you know who else got killed in a Scorsese movie?
Who?
Samuel L. Jackson.
That was
Yeah, well,
Samuel
You know who else
Jackson.
got killed in a Scorsese
He's awesome.
movie? Harvey Keitel.
Harvey,
Well,
true.
I think acting
Ben, why
is
don't you ask me
weird.
that
I'm not
question?
trying to be an actor, and I don't want to show my dick in a movie.
De Niro did on Taxi Driver, no?
Who hasn't?
Well, I don't know, man. I think it's weird.
One of those movies.
I don't want to show my dick to the world. Shit is
No. Actresses, bear their.
You can get a stand-in or something.
Sometimes you get a stunt butt now.
Can you?
Well, apparently, a lot of people sometimes you'll be like, "Oh, is she showing her butt?" But it's like from behind.
Yeah, it's not her
It's a
butt.
stunt butt.
Man, I didn't know that you can get a job like that.
So if I'm in a movie and I
Get me
gotta
the
show my
application.
dick, AJ, you can just be my stunt dick. You
Like
can be
in
my stand-in.
Orgasmo.
They'll be like, "Damn, Dave has
Remember
a
Orgasmo?
he has a mega one,
It was a great movie.
mega."
Orgasmo.
Oh, okay.
Trey Parker, Matt Stone,
Oh.
the porno superhero. You've seen that?
Our friend Paul Logan was.
think
I thought he
so,
was in
yeah.
that movie, Mega. Wasn't it about the sharks or something? No, that's Sharknado.
Sharknado.
NATO.
Who called
Nado.
that Sharknado?
What's anybody saying anything here?
Fred.
Good old Fred.
Good old Freddy.
old Fred at the fishing hole.
Did Olivier? He lost the first round, right?
Yeah,
How's he-
it looks like
Looks like he's on,
takedown defense 6 out of 7. Well, he's doing well on the takedown defense.
Yeah.
But he's on defense.
Yeah, but it's a second round. It's still early.
I don't know.
Armand looks like he's a little nervous not to get in. I don't know why.
Tamzarian's out there like Aurora Borealis,
Whoa, you see, I told you
This
like
time of day,
I told
this
you-
time of year, in that part of the country, localized entirely within that
here
arena.
we go. Now it's Olivier's turn.
Yeah.
People don't realize Olivier's stand-up has gotten so much better. Look at this. Oh, he was prepared for that. He knew he was gonna go.
Good Lord,
Look
what's
at this.
happening in there?
Come on, step out, Olivier, step out. Hit him. That's it. There you go. See, he listens to me. He has to keep. He has to keep it standing for a bit.
That uppercut was delightfully devilish.
Man.
He looks a little red, Olivier. Every time he gets hit, his skin like kind of goes red.
It's pretty
He's
pale.
he's very pale,
You know, he's got a farmer's tan there. I can see it.
He's got a farmer's tan. Yeah, I mean, his forearms and his arms are kind of... But his chest and his upper arm, shoulder and...
Should go running with me.
Shirtless.
Only way to do it.
Run around the streets of Montreal shirtless.
It's freeing.
AJ, you do that?
Never.
No, AJ, you're all kitted up, eh?
I don't. What?
What? Like when you, I imagine when you go on a bike, you wear like a whole biking outfit.
I do actually.
the
Well, you
spandex?
saw it.
I did see your biking outfit once.
And what does it remind you of? It reminds you of
like a fucking alien.
exactly. Remember what's
Area
his name?
51 in that getup.
What was his name? That guy. They used to shoot him out of a rocket.
Super Dave.
Super Dave Osborne. That's
rest
exactly
in
what I have.
peace.
Did you ever see my picture with like the Super Dave?
Bob Einstein. Rest
Watch
in peace.
here. I'm
You
gonna
have
show
a
you.
picture with Super Dave?
Wait,
No,
what?
I would have. No, I would have loved to have a picture with Super Dave.
How come you know all the celebrities?
How do you know
Hollywood AJ? Because
Wait.
he's Hollywood AJ.
You have a connection to Super Dave?
No, well, Super Dave is unfortunately he's passed on. Now.
Yeah, but what are you talking about? You knew him?
No. I was telling you my.
Marty Funkhauser?
I was trying to tell you like my getup when I'm biking.
Oh, okay. That's not quite like Super Dave.
Well, it's like I got.
He was
the
more
whole
like an
look.
evil
Look at
Knievel
that, look at
looking
that.
guy with the red, white, and blue.
Like the Rocket Man.
It's ridiculous.
Listen, man.
The goggles.
They do nothing.
They do absolutely nothing.
They're just dropping.
It didn't
Simpsons
help me the time I
references
got
all night, yeah.
like a ticket when I was biking. Remember that time? Long
Yeah.
story short, I was
Yeah,
listening
you
to
were
the show while I
watching
was
Dave and
biking.
Johnny on YouTube on your cell phone, and the cop stopped you because you're not allowed to do that while you're driving a bike.
Like honestly, no one sent me the memo on that. Like I could understand in a car,
you
but
need
biking,
one? It's the same thing. You're on the road. You could hit a kid
it
in
was
the
on
street.
a bike path.
Could hit a kid on the street. You want that on your conscience, AJ?
Could have
No, I
crashed
don't.
and smashed your goggles.
Yeah, you could have hurt yourself and
Your
others.
sweet
Well, I could have
bike
just fell into the
goggles.
Lachine Canal. That
You
was
could have
about it.
biked into the middle of the road. A car would see you, swerve,
I was on
and
the
then
bu-
they crash and die.
I was on the bike path.
I think then you'd be responsible for manslaughter.
The worst that could have happened is I would have ran over a pigeon or something.
You want to do that? Cruelty towards
No,
animals?
I love pigeons. I really do.
You love pigeons?
Mike Tyson loves pigeons. Don't mess with pigeons in front of Mike Tyson.
Would you kiss a pigeon?
For $100?
Yeah, would you
Rather
risk,
than get slap nuts, for
would you,
sure.
You'd risk the diseases you get from kissing a pigeon?
Well, they are big carriers of diseases. I know that.
Yeah.
But would you rather get slap nuts or kiss a pigeon?
I slap nuts and at the price
And
I
you got
set.
Mike Tyson there. He'd be like, Ben, you better kiss my pigeon or I'm going to slap nuts you.
Oh,
What do you do?
Mike Tyson?
I'd be like, give me the pigeon, put on the lipstick, I'm kissing it.
Why are we slapnutsing people?
Well, if it was Mike
What is going
Tyson, what
on
if Mike
here?
Tyson says I slap nuts you or
Yo,
kiss a pigeon?
listen.
Too painful.
The second
think about
round
it.
is over. I think Olivier lost the second round too.
Well, he looked better than the first round, but he needs to really win this third.
Oh.
Or,
The second round was a
Submit him
bit
or knock
closer
him out.
than
He
the
can't-
first. Like he lost the first for sure.
yeah, he can't go to
The
decision.
second, I think he lost, and now here in the third, I think he's got to finish this.
Yeah, he's
fight.
got to finish. Submission or a knockout for Olivier to win this.
Yeah, you got a drink? Where's the drink?
Where's our drinks,
my
man?
drink is empty.
No, where's the like a bottle?
Oh, yeah, the cola?
Yeah,
Cola.
yeah.
Coca-Cola. Dave Simon's drinking it. He doesn't
Yeah.
drink any other soft drink
Enjoy
other than
happiness.
Coke.
That's not true.
Don't say that, Dave.
Hold your glass, please.
Don't say
But I
that.
drink Coca-Cola.
There goes our
I'll
sponsorship.
drink Orange Crush.
Isn't that owned by
I'll
Coca-Cola?
drink root
No.
beer. I don't know.
I think so.
Not
I think it's owned by the Crush Corporation.
Is it?
Fanta.
Great. There goes our deal.
Do you know why Fanta exists?
I remember hearing
We
something.
will not
about
have a sponsorship with Coke if we explain it.
Really? Oh, okay. Do not say
Let's
it,
not
Ben.
explain it then,
Yeah.
I guess. Because I would love some free Coca-Cola for life. I'll talk about Coke if they give me free Coke. I mean, that's pretty cheap.
What
right?
free, man? They gotta pay us. Who do you think we are?
I'll just take cola. In a glass bottle, though.
Glass bottle makes a huge difference. I agree with you,
Yeah.
Dave.
Let's
You're
just
absolutely
say
right.
Fanta
You
is
might find
big in
some.
Germany.
Fanta's big in Germany?
It was.
Was
They
Fanta
love it- they love it in
created for the
Poland.
Nazis?
What? Is this like...
Was it? Fuck it, we're never gonna get a Coke sponsorship. Tell the
told you.
story. Now I want to know.
Look how Ben pours that drink. Glass.
Really?
What's the deal with Fanta?
It was just like created so they could sell products in Germany.
What?
What do you mean?
Well, like circumvent like laws, saying, hey, selling product like American products in Germany. So like, oh, well, we sell Fanta. Different.
I don't get it.
So they're able to sell like Germany during the Nazi times. They couldn't sell Coke, straight up Coke.
To Germany.
Right.
So they created Fanta?
Yeah. And
But-
sold it in Germany.
Interesting.
Oh, so it only existed in Germany.
Yeah.
But did people know that it was the Coca-Cola company
Not
making
in
it?
the 40s, probably.
So they're like, oh, well, we can't sell Coke from the States to Germany, so let's open up a Fanta plant and start Fanta in Germany and sell it to Nazi Germany.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
During the war.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Shit.
Never liked
Coca-Cola. Makes me rethink my love of the Coca-Cola company and their delicious beverage. You know I do love Coca-Cola.
They also kind of sponsored coups in South America, and so, or stopping, because sometimes they'd have like plants and workers wanted to unionize, and they would see to it that those things were snuffed out.
So
Ben, you're killing our deals.
You're saying Coca-Cola is an evil corporation?
Kinda.
But it's so delicious.
I know.
Is Pepsi also evil?
Probably different reasons.
All
Pepsi.
right. Well, I'm going to go with the more delicious of two evils, okay? Coca-Cola for me.
It's a refreshing drink.
It is.
When you're watching when you're watching Ringside Report.
AJ's still trying to salvage that Coke sponsorship.
Yeah,
He's
Ben,
like,
you're killing it
by
for
the
us,
way,
man. I'm
it's a
listening to this and I'm
refreshing
like,
drink.
I'm like,
Death Squads in South America.
can we dub that out? Can you when you edit this? Can you edit this and
We're
put
live,
like
bitch.
when
AJ.
Ben is going? We're screwed now. You put like Ben will be like whatever he
I
was said
wanted to
before.
know.
You edit it and you'll be like Ben. All he's saying is, "I love Coke. I drink it in the morning, afternoon, and the evening.
And I love Guatemala."
if I could shower with Coke, I would do it because Coca-Cola, numero uno.
I would not shower with Coca-Cola. It would burn me.
It'll keep everything nice and shiny, bud.
Painful. Burn my eyes. And I'd be very sticky. It'd be very sticky if you showered in Coke. Want to pour this Coke on you and see what happens? No.
Yeah.
No.
Come on, Olivier.
Not looking good here.
You know what? I'm a little nervous if Olivier doesn't win
Olivier's
this.
going to lose his fight. I mean, it's over. He's lost a decision.
I don't know how many fights he has
fight
on his
is
contract
over.
still. Hey, Dave, how many fights does he still have on the contract? Because if this is his last fight, you know what I'm saying? Dana White has no mercy. I'm worried that,
he might get cut.
yeah, like Ellis Theodoro. And it's all guys that are coming from, like, all from Team Canada at the time. When they fought Team Australia. Yeah. And what's interesting is that the UFC has made an 8-year contract with Aurora Cannabis, and they're doing this whole study about cannabis and athletes in the UFC and possibly allowing it. So it's an 8-year project.
8
And you know what?
years.
Ellis Theodoro was behind, like, you know, the whole cannabis thing. He was a great spokesperson for it. And then once he started really going, like, open about it, that was it. He was out.
Look at Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
The original bro.
But Ellis, it's a shame. I don't understand.
Is he allowed to smoke in WWE?
I wonder, maybe,
Oh,
like,
it's
because I
over.
think
Third round's done.
those, apparently weed doesn't count towards, like, official wellness violation. Like, it's a small
But
fine
they
you
still
pay.
fine you.
So does he just pay the fine every time?
It's bullshit.
Because
that-
his eyes look glazed
Like-
sometimes. But
It is bullshit that the WWE fines people for smoking weed. It is bullshit that the athletic commissions or USADA will, you know, I guess USADA out of competition, they don't mess with you, but like the days of
That was a bad takedown.
punishing people for smoking weed, I think should be over.
Yeah, like seriously, it's legal in Canada
It's legal
now.
in Canada. It's, I mean, come on.
Like, honestly, like, how much testing do they do in the WWE? Like, it's not like the UFC. Like, Pat Cote was telling me about the testing in the UFC. It's, like, all the time and random. They could come at any time to come and bring that kid, and you got to do it right there and then. So, I don't know. Like, it's really hard to...
I don't know how it works in WWE, how often they do it. They don't release that information. But like he's saying, they do test people for weed, and if you fail, you get a fine, which sucks, and it shouldn't happen.
But
like,
not a
if you're-
suspension.
If you're a pro wrestler, you should be allowed to smoke weed. And if you're a pro wrestler and you get a fucking DUI, nothing happens to you.
It doesn't make sense.
If you smoke weed, you get fined.
Well, what's his name? Desmond Green. We were talking about that a couple of weeks back on the show, and how he basically, I don't know if you know who Desmond Green is, but he fought Charles Jourdain from Quebec. Anyways, just quickly, Yeah, Olivier Aubin-Mercier lost.
Unanimous decision win for Armin Tamzarian.
Yeah, not a good day
A.K.A.
for...
Armin Sarukian. A.K.A. Principal Skinner.
He's, must say, he's an odd fellow, but he seems a good ham.
He has a nice beard, mind you. But look, going back to the Desmond Green thing, Ben, I mean, this guy here, a year ago, basically was in a DUI. He had a major car accident. He killed 2 people. He injured 2 others. And he fought, like, when was it? About 3 months ago? Was it about, Dave, 3 months ago, 4 months ago?
Who?
Desmond Green.
He fought Olivier not long ago, right?
Not Olivier, Charles
Jourdain. Yeah. It was a couple months ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. So basically a year ago, he murdered, like, 2 people. And he's getting charged
with
now.
His car, no?
With his car.
Vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah, it's not murder, exactly.
That's what that's called.
Yeah.
It's still a crime that you could face jail time for that.
Well, they're looking
uncool.
they're looking at from 4 years to life or something like that.
Kids, don't do vehicular manslaughter.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you know
Colby
what?
Covington fighting Robbie Lawler next Saturday in Newark, New Jersey.
That's going to be good.
Oh, boy.
He looks good, Colby.
He is good. You think he beats Robbie?
You know, I love Robbie Lawler. I mean, they're teammates, eh?
We'll
It's
get our
gonna be
prediction
tough.
on Thursday
It's
on
gonna be
Ringside
tough.
Report.
Yeah, I'll see closer to the day, and then I'll go. I mean, I really want to see Lawler win, but Colby will bring more interesting feel to this division. I mean, he's a loudmouth, but he can back it up.
Yeah, Colby talks a lot of shit.
Those are the worst.
He's entertaining, though. Like,
Once
he's
you can back it up,
entertaining.
because you're like, man, I want to see you lose.
Listen,
you don't
if it
lose.
wasn't for Colby, I think we got over 10,000 views when we posted the video of
the boomerang.
Not the boomerang, the buffet line. The buffet line and that whole like scrap with Khabib and his guys. We had over like 10 to 12,000 views. Like it just went crazy. But it just goes to show you, I mean, Colby could bring in numbers. It's not like you don't have to like him. Like a lot of people don't like Conor, but they'll still watch him.
People want to see him get beat up.
You know what?
Colby's interesting because he's wearing the Make America Great Again hat. He's like
It's
a gimmick.
Pro-Trump
he's got
gimmick. So like some people are gonna hate him and other people are gonna love him because of it. You know, it's an interesting gimmick that no one else in MMA has right now.
and it works for him.
Yeah.
Makes him different at least, right?
Yep.
And he's a good fighter.
Robbie's a beast, but you know he is getting up there
I'm
in
surprised
age.
Colby isn't just getting the next title shot at Usman though. Like, I think it's because he's been inactive for so long, and Usman's hurt. Like, it didn't time out right, so they had to give Colby another fight against Robbie here. But like, who gets Usman next? Like, they're showing us the rankings here on the screen right now, right? Woodley. Do you want to see Woodley fight Usman again in a rematch? I don't really.
No.
Covington is ranked second, so
But
maybe you
Masvidal
put
is
him
there too.
Masvidal's there, but Leon Edwards just won. I kind of want to see those two fight.
Edwards was very impressive.
You know?
I'm sure Masvidal's ready to go out.
But I want to
This fight
see.
didn't last very long.
Listen,
Yeah,
look,
put Masvidal up against Leon Edwards.
and then Darren Till is there again. So you know what?
It all depends how long Kamaru Usman's out for, you know? Because if he's out for a little while, like, I'd say try to get Masvidal in there as soon as possible against Leon Edwards. And then maybe fight the winner of Covington and Lawler, and then the winner of those fights, they get the title shot, you know? I don't know. I don't know what the UFC's going to do.
Regardless, it's going to be a
There's
good
a lot
fight.
of contenders at 170 pounds right now, right? Like, the welterweight division's pretty stacked. Is Ben Askren still in the mix?
Of course, he came out.
Is he?
Yeah, he came out like he got knocked out on the Saturday, and everyone thought he was like literally brain damaged, dead at that point, which is sad because it was really a frightening knockout. The fastest knockout in UFC history, 5 seconds down.
He's 0-2 in the UFC.
He's
Or 1-1,
1 and 1
in the UFC.
The thing is that I thought for sure, like, you know, he went to do his CT scan that night. It looked bad. I got nervous. I told you, Dave, I said, this doesn't look good. It might be a career-ending injury. But it turns out that Monday, You know, he was there with Ariel Helwani doing an interview on Monday night, a couple of days after, and he was like, totally fine. He was like, you know, he accepted the defeat. He knew that he was going to be in the history books for having the quickest knockout. He wasn't proud of that, but he was okay. He says he had he had a headache and whatever, but it wasn't as damaging as everyone thought, including myself. So Ben Askren is a beast. So look, and I said this like on the show last time. It doesn't really demonstrate that Masvidal dominated Askren. It didn't. Just like a lucky punch sometimes, he executed like a weird knee. Askren made a mistake, but it's not a dominant win.
Yeah.
If they fight again, it's going to be a different thing. And I picked Askren for that fight, and I still pick Askren if they fight again. Any comments, guys? What happened, man? I went on a rant there.
Yeah.
I'll let you go, man.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't call it a
this.
dominant win.
No, it's not nowhere close to dominant.
Kind of like when Dos Santos beat Kane really fast, and then the next time they fought, they had a bit of a longer bout.
Yeah.
Didn't Kane win there in the rematch? Or Dos Santos always beat him?
I don't know. Kane won every fight after the first
After
knockout.
that first quick knockout, yeah. So
Yeah, you might not be wrong, but you know,
fight
Look,
again.
look,
you don't
it
know
sucks.
until it happens, right?
What happened here? What am I
are you
doing?
doing,
Oh,
man?
sorry, guys. I'm doing
Oh, AJ, you're so in love with yourself. You got to
Why
play
are you
your own
wa-
highlights.
Man, what's going on, Hollywood?
Yeah, what's up, Hollywood? I don't know, man. Where's Keitel? We need some class on this show.
Listen, wouldn't it be cool if I could get Keitel,
Yeah, it would.
De Niro,
De Niro.
Al Pacino, and most importantly, too, Joe Pesci. I think me, Johnny, and Joe Pesci on a car ride. And then we go pick up
Johnny?
Muscles Marco. Just for the
what
hell
about
of it.
me?
You too, Ben, but you go with Keitel and Pacino. Dave goes with De Niro, and me and Johnny go with Pesci. And we could all meet at like Subways or something. I don't know.
A Subway. We
I
go
don't
with him
think
to
I want to hang out
Subway.
with Robert De Niro.
Why, man? He's so cool.
I don't know.
I'd like to hang out with Al Pacino.
I loved
we'd
hanging out
have
with Keitel. Keitel was the
great
coolest
time.
guy.
Fantastic conversation.
I think it'd be weird.
would be like two peas in a pod.
I wouldn't know what to say to Robert De Niro. I'd be like, so,
No, you could tell him the story about me.
Goodfellas is pretty good, right?
Yeah, it was good.
Look,
I hear things.
Dave, I didn't want to say
You ever watch that movie?
which one.
It's pretty good, right?
What, The Scent of a Woman? Oh, that was with Al
No,
Pacino.
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
So Pacino.
That's what I have a feeling I'll be like when I'm older.
You like analyze this? You think
That
you-
was awesome,
or De
man.
Niro, you know?
That was amazing. Great film. Should have won an
Hey,
Oscar.
Robert De Niro. You ever watch Al Pacino movies? What's your favorite Pacino movie? Yo, who are these guys?
Scarface.
Yo, this fight
Ever
pisses
see
me off.
Glenn Ross?
Yeah, that was a good one
It's a
too.
great when he's like dressing down
But
Kevin
but
Spacey.
nothing beats Scarface.
scene.
Scarface was a classic. Say hello to my little friend.
That's
Can you
the
explain
worst
to
Tony
me-
Montana impression I've ever heard.
Why
What are you
is
talking
this?
about, man?
It
That
was
was
pretty
classic.
bad.
It's say hello to my little friend.
That was the Quebec version, Ben.
Guys, for a second here, we're about to watch a fight,
What
and
happened?
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is this shit?
What?
this
What
guy?
is that?
Who are these guys? This is like Uriah Faber's big brother or something. Who is this guy?
Is this live?
This is.
Yeah, this is going. This is. Yo,
Is Nico Price?
we just watched Olivier Aubin. We just watched Marc-Andre Barrios. We just watched two Canadian guys, two Quebec guys. They both lost, so I'm already pissed off. And now, instead of watching Cyborg and Felicia Spencer, which is the fight that's after this, we gotta watch these two guys that no one's ever fucking heard of. Get out of here. Who's Nico Price
Now
anyways?
that makes a good De Niro impression. I like that.
Get the fuck out of here.
What's the matter with you?
What's the matter?
What's the matter with you?
You want
Like
to
he
meet my?
won
You
by
want to meet my
knockout.
four sisters?
This guy won
and my
by
brother.
knockout in his last fight, but the fight before that he got knocked out. It's not like this guy is, taking the world by storm. He's not the best fighter in the world here. He's 13-2. He's got a 2-1-2-3-4-2-1 UFC record. Like very average, very middle of the pack. And his opponent here, Jeff Neal, like a little bit better. He's a Dana White Contender Series guy. Maybe that's why he's getting the push here on pay-per-view. He's 4-0 in the UFC. He's got 5 straight wins. But, like, who's ever heard of Jeff Neal, man?
Jeff.
These guys aren't ranked top 20 in the world. These guys aren't big stars in MMA. Why are these guys on the pay-per-view? What kind of pay-per-view is this? Like, I'm pissed off that we're going to have to sit through probably 15 minutes of these guys fight. I just want to watch fucking Cyborg already.
But Dave, hold on a sec. Maybe it's going to be like the best fight ever. Let's give them a chance.
I hope somebody gets knocked out very quickly. Because I want Cyborg already. Give me Cyborg. AJ, and you know what? You know I'm not the only one saying this. You know there are a lot of guys at home like, yeah, fucking bring on Cyborg already. Who are these guys? I just, you know, a lot of Canadian people are watching the show. They know who it is. I don't know if anybody else is watching this card. I guess some people want to see Holloway and Edgar, but this is not the biggest UFC pay-per-view. And this is one of the reasons why. Who the fuck are these guys? Come on.
Let's give them a chance, man.
You never heard of them, and neither have I. And we watch the UFC.
But this could be
why
one
are
of
they
those...
on a pay-per-view third from main event?
These
like,
are the
I'm
fights...
not trying to disrespect these guys. I'm sure they're fine fighters, and, you know, they're good at martial arts, and they can kick your ass and all that stuff. But, like, I've never heard of them. They're not big names. I'm mad at the UFC for placing them so high on this card when, like, whatever. I don't even want to watch them fight at this point. It's 11:30 Eastern time. Give me Cyborg. I'm not wrong.
Whoa, easy, Dave.
I'm just talking about the booking, the entertainment of this card. Like, don't give me bullshit. Keep my attention. This guy's gonna fall asleep.
What? Man, don't do it, man.
I don't know.
Just don't do it.
I don't know. If I start feeling sleepy, I might have to bow out, fellas.
Just don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Freddie says Kobe makes MMA fun again. He also says Dave is right about this whole Jeff Neal, Nico, whatever thing.
Oh.
Freddie!
I can't believe Fred's still
Fred
awake.
is gone
you know
fishing.
What? Fred is still watching the watch-along, but I'm telling you, he's going to drop off after this fight. Fred's going to fall asleep during this fight. I'm sure a lot of people are going to fall asleep during this fight. I think it's our job at this point here to keep people awake during this fight so you can stay awake for Cyborg and Felicia Spencer, which is up next. And then after that, we got Frankie motherfucking Edgar against Max Holloway.
Dave, you got the comments going?
Yeah?
Because I don't see it on my...
Well, I don't know. What can I tell you?
What's the deal,
Why
man?
are you watching the video double time? Just watch it over here, man. If you
no,
want
but
to watch it, you can
I can't
watch it
see
here.
it. Who's that?
It's Fred.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Here you go. You never know. This guy could be the next George St. Pierre for all you know.
I know he's not the next George St. Pierre. You know why? Because he's 13-2.
That's not bad.
He's lost to two guys that you've never heard of.
He's 6
and he's
feet.
A plus 260 underdog. Oh, Freddie says Haagen-Dazs ice cream keeping him up.
Haagen-Dazs is good, man.
You know, it's not...
Yo, you guys want ice cream sandwiches?
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. You're speaking my language there, bro.
Fuck this fight. I'm going to get us ice cream sandwiches.
Oh.
Sponsored by who, Dave? Where do they come from?
I think it's Chapman's.
Chapman's. Actually, great ice cream. Chapman's.
I think it's Canadian.
Not the official sponsors yet of Ringside Report, but one day they will be.
Oh. No? That would be pretty good.
That would be awesome, Chapman's.
Yeah, why not ice cream sponsor MMA? There's crossover appeal.
Sure, man.
Doesn't like ice cream. Oh, it's Dan Murgliata.
Look how shiny his head is.
My Bruce Buffer is kind of like Hank Hill.
Oh, there she gave the kiss and the peace sign.
Oh, peace.
She gets an extra bonus for that. You do this, you just got an extra bonus there,
very
girl.
plain, this Nico
He's
Price.
a tall guy for 169 pounds. He's like tall and lanky, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe if Dave went to get some ice cream. Let's see.
Hopefully it'll be over by the time
it'll
he
be
gets
over
back.
by the time he comes back.
Oh, it's not gonna be. I can already tell.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, don't do it.
There's a lot of quick steps here, back and forth. It doesn't.
Wait, AJ, don't.
No, I'm talking about dancing, man. Quick step, you know, the cha-cha.
Don't say exactly what's going on.
I want to say it. I really do.
You can't, because you're not being paid by the UFC to say what's going on.
I mean,
only at the end of the round we could say what happened. Now we could just be like, ooh, interesting.
Ooh. But you don't know what those oohs are for. Are they for a kick or a punch? What is it?
You can't be too specific.
Here we go. Dave Simon is back. We don't fool around here. Dave Simon Productions.
Giving the play-by-play.
Oh, what the fuck?
No, I didn't say anything.
Because when it started fight, he's like, oh, they're going back and forth.
What is it? Is it Chapman's?
Don't say exactly what they're doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Chapman's Ice Cream. Is it only a Canadian product, Chapman's?
I think so. Yeah.
So, to all our listeners in the States, Chapman's.
Yo,
not the official sponsor yet.
Sandwiches.
Oh,
Yo, how's this fight going?
It's actually quite interesting. Here we go.
These guys are gonna make me eat my words. They're gonna have like the best
I
fight
told
ever.
you, Dave. That's what I'm telling you. Sometimes you
Whatever.
just
Well, that's what they have to do because no one's ever heard of them. They
look
gotta
at
do
this.
something.
Look at this.
to
There's
impress
some
us.
interesting like controls going on. Look at this. Damn, this is good. Dave, that's why you can't this. You know, I'm gonna tell you something.
Because
You
I don't
just never
care.
know. You could be like,
They could have the best fight ever.
you could
if
be
they're
like
not
walking
ranked, I
down the
don't
street and
care.
you see some guy like he looks like he's homeless. Next thing you know, you don't know, but it's Bill Gates. That's why you never underestimate anybody.
I'm sorry, what?
Actually, happened. Actually,
what?
happened to me once.
There was a homeless
one of the-
guy.
no, it was-
and it was Bill Gates.
No, it was Brofman. You know the Brofmans?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What do you mean? Yes.
So Stephen Brofman.
Elaborate, motherfucker.
Can't say it. Got some things I
Stephen
just can't
Brofman
say.
usually looks pretty like well kept, you know, nice hair.
I'm talking
and
about.
suit.
I'm talking about the older generation.
Oh, his father? Who's his father?
Charles.
Charles.
I didn't say it, but he was an awesome man.
And you thought he was homeless.
No.
You know, one time somebody thought Johnny North was homeless.
It was me.
Remember that story?
They thought I was homeless.
No, one time
At
Johnny North was
at
sitting
expectations.
outside like a restaurant,
Subway.
and a lady brought him a sandwich.
Yeah, no,
'cause
it
she
was
thought
actually
he was homeless.
he was sitting in front of expectations, and somebody went to get him a Subway sandwich because they thought he was homeless. In fact,
It was outside Cofer too.
that's when I went to go meet him. Remember? I went to go eat. I went to go
Because
meet
it was
him
like
for
snowing, and he was not wearing a coat. Also, I think.
breakfast. Yeah, but they did the same thing
'Cause
with
it's
me
John.
and Johnny. Like after dark, we were shooting an episode, and Johnny was shooting me. Remember that whole thing? And they're like, "Oh, poor AJ. He looks like he's homeless." And I'm like, "It only can happen to me and Johnny. Why?"
Only you.
No, Johnny too. I'm trying to remember. Why did we go for breakfast, me and Johnny?
Why did you go for breakfast?
I can't remember. That's when he got called out homeless.
You and Johnny had a breakfast date?
All these dates.
What the heck just happened there?
I'm not sure.
That could have been a highlight reel there
I think
itself.
the fight nearly ended. Didn't the fight just almost end there? That's what it
Maybe
looked
for
like.
both of them.
That was a weird one.
Did you see that?
Kinda
That was
missed out.
weird.
I'm sure
What
I'll
was
see in the
that?
highlights.
I like to reenact it. That was really weird. You see, I told you. You never know. Surprises.
I still don't care about this fight.
You know, they're doing pretty good. It's pretty.
It's whatever.
It's what I feared.
Whatever.
I'm depressed that Olivier lost, man. It's not gonna look. It's not good. He needs a Chapman ice cream. It'll make you happy. It's so good. This thing. It's awesome.
It's probably not a good training.
After you fight, win or lose,
Yeah.
you're allowed to eat whatever.
So round one between Jeff Neal and Nico Price just ended. This is the fight right before Cyborg versus Felicia Spencer. Montreal-born, undefeated Canadian fighter Felicia Spencer going up against Cyborg in Edmonton in the co-main event of UFC 240. And then we're waiting for Frankie Edgar, Max Holloway in the main event.
I like that.
Look at this. Look at this. They both almost knocked themselves out. That's
It
what
was like
happened.
a clash of the heads too.
That
oh no,
was
they
weird.
both punched
both
each
went
other
out.
at the same time.
Yeah, that's exactly.
They
what
both went stiff a little bit.
Yeah,
It was almost a double knockout.
and that's what I'm
Cool.
saying. It would.
Oh,
It
and he
was
took him
weird.
down. It looked like he busted his shoulder there on the takedown. You see that? His arm was like behind him, and he got picked up and slammed down
That's
with his
gotta
arm
hurt.
still kind of behind him. Like he got slammed down on his back. That's rough.
It's
That looked painful.
It's pretty
Look
cool.
at his shoulder. Doesn't it look like it's a little bit misaligned.
Yeah.
They look weird though. Anyways,
He does have weird looking shoulders. Anyways, Nico Price.
isn't it cool though? The all the Canadians on the main card are Quebecers.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have had Canadians here too. I mean,
But it's uncool that so far they've both lost.
Yeah.
Not so cool.
and we also lost what's his name, the heavyweight from Alberta. That
Well,
was
he
supposed to
didn't-
fight.
He didn't
and,
lose. He just didn't fight.
Yeah, which is too bad. Look, Dave, this is not bad. It's not a bad fight.
Yeah,
It's
they're
exciting.
just swinging. It's a brawl. It's
There
not
we go.
like
Oh boy,
Mm,
here we go.
that's not.
Look at that. They're talking about us, the boys.
It's not us.
You sure? It kind of looks like our logo.
They just kind of like were
They're
just
talking
winging
about
a
us.
bunch of punches at each other. They connected. It was like rock'em sock'em for a few seconds until one of them jumped for a guillotine, and the other guy just kind of passed his guard.
That's pretty cool,
And that's
Dave.
it.
That you got that going.
What?
That rotating ringside report cube.
We got a lot of things going. Got a lot of things going, AJ.
Rotating cube.
Yeah, nothing like a rotating cube.
No. It's like CNN shit.
Yeah. Or like the old school, like Kentucky Fried Chicken
Or
things.
Fox News cube.
That's what we're going for. The Fox News Cube.
Get that ratings.
Trying to pop the ratings.
Everyone want to watch that cube.
Fox News style.
Gotta get that cube.
Fair and balanced.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Oh, there's a lot of blood. I like it. You all think Cyborg's gonna win?
I don't want her to win.
Why?
I don't know. She
Cyborg.
seems like a big cheater.
She's not a cheater at all. She's a
She's
very
big
talented.
cheater.
She's a very
She's a
talented
big
young lady.
cheating cheater.
How? Why?
She failed drug tests.
Yeah.
Many. And like
maybe one
wasn't
or
like
two.
something with her husband, like they doing some like shady things to procure drugs or something. I thought there was
What?
something
I don't know.
or to try to beat tests. I thought there was something shady there.
Are you sure
Possibly.
about that, Ben?
I don't know. I don't know
I
that
don't know.
story.
That's the kind of stuff
So,
I would
yeah.
say.
I don't know. She's a big cheating cheater.
No, she's Cyborg.
Oh.
Whoa, what happened there?
It's
Oh,
over.
He's mad. He's mad. He's mad.
I would be too. I don't know if there was a reason
Oh,
to stop that fight.
Just getting
No,
pummeled.
listen, it wasn't a bad fight.
It was a pummeling though.
It wasn't a
He
bad
was getting
fight,
hit
guys.
a lot,
Here,
but
let me have
like
some
He
Vicky's.
wasn't really defending.
Uh-oh.
Jeff Neal wins.
Oh.
Beats Nico Price. TKO in the second round.
Price is wrong.
He was throwing a
The
lot of
price is
punches.
wrong.
He was throwing a lot of punches. He was landing a lot of punches from the top, from from inside the guard. But it looked like Nico Price was still defending himself. Look, let's watch the finish again. Are they going to show the finish here? They're just showing replays.
It's kind of weird. He's throwing punches and falling.
Show me the finish to the fight, goddammit.
It's coming up, Dave. It's coming up.
You like that finish? You like that stoppage?
Show me the finish.
AJ, you thought it was a good stoppage? Look,
Well, yeah.
watch. He's punching it. Look, he hits
Oof,
him. One
got an
elbow.
elbow.
Okay, one.
It's pretty
Okay.
consistent.
Yeah, he's not.
And he's-
Yeah, he has his arms wailing there. He's not defending at all. Dave.
Not
No,
well
it's a
enough.
good.
He's taking it too hard.
He's moving his legs around though. He's still
Yeah,
fighting.
it's like.
Could also be just the force of the
Yeah.
punches shaking his body.
Look at his arms. His arms are in absolutely
Yeah.
no defense position.
And his eyes are closed.
Yeah, it was a good call.
He's like-
good call.
No.
I guess he saved him for further punishment.
Yeah, there was no.
But he was
escaping.
still in it. Like he was still. I don't know.
Not really. I wouldn't say he was in.
I wanted
think-
to see him take more punches.
I looks pretty pleased.
Look, it was a good fight. It was an actually much better fight. So, Dave, that's why you never judge a book by its cover, man.
you just said something there about Miragliotta.
No, because I don't care about that fight. Like Jeff Neal beat Nico Price. Who cares?
Yeah, but
Like that's
it's not
fine.
a-
Put it on the prelims is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a good fight. It was a fine fight, but it doesn't mean anything. Why is it on pay-per-view?
You know what?
They're not
I agree.
Canadian, either of them. Like, I understand this is a pay-per-view in Canada. You could say, why are Barrio and Olivier on the pay-per-view? Well, they're Canadian. They're big Canadian stars. But Jeff Neal and Nico Price are two American guys that are, I don't know. Big win for Jeff Neal. I guess he continues his win streak.
Rogan needs a shave.
It looks like Randy Couture.
He does look like Randy Couture. It's funny that you say that.
Maybe he's gonna play him in a movie. Natural.
The American
Randy
Dream.
Couture story.
Maybe they're trying to push this Jeff Neal guy. He was on the Dana White Contender Series.
Could be, yeah.
He's now, undefeated in the UFC. He's on a 6-fight win streak. He beats this guy, Nico Price. Maybe he steps up in competition now. Like, this is his kind of showcase, and they show him off. And next time you see him, he's on the main card or, like, a main event of a fight night against somebody you've heard of, you know?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Let's look at the end here. Yeah, Dave, it was done here. Look at that. It's already done here.
Yeah, no.
He
it's
threw
done.
two more punches that should have already been stopped.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no.
he couldn't defend. His
he was
arms are
done.
just, look, they're limp. Look, he's trying to, his eyes are closed. He didn't even have like,
He could have taken a couple more.
yeah. A couple of more, you're saying?
Yeah, why not?
I think he did 2 punches too many.
It was, I don't know. He could have taken a couple more.
It wasn't,
Freddie
it wasn't a
says-
bad fight. What did
Freddie
Freddie
says,
say?
good job by the ref. Plus, we get to see Cyborg quicker, which is a good point. Just kind
Here
of
she
get it
is.
over with. Get
Look
the
at that.
Cyborg already. Seeing Cyborg get ready for the fight.
Man, she's like model material.
And John Hedstrom wants to know if it was a good stoppage by Dan the Tan Miragliotta.
Absolutely,
So,
it was a great stoppage.
People are asking the question. You know, it's
Look, I said that there were 2 punches too many. You're saying that there should have been more. I think Dan did a good job. He stopped it. There was no defense whatsoever. And like you said, Ben, his eyes were closed. You know what? The fight is over.
I think you
And he
should be
knew it
allowed
himself.
to take a couple punches to the face and flail about. Flail about for a couple minutes. Like, watch him flail before you're really... Like, he didn't turtle up. He just kind of was like, get away from me.
He was kind of not turtling up, but he was like flipping like a fish there, back and forth.
It's a fight. You're allowed to take
Yeah.
several unanswered punches
Well,
to the
he
face.
did. I think he took like 4 good shots.
Yeah, I think he took enough.
Yeah.
I think Miragliotta was justified.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe
not
Dana
super
told him
mad. It
to
wasn't-
stop the fight.
It wasn't like a
Well,
terribly early stoppage.
No,
I'm
it
not
wasn't
mad
an early
at it.
stoppage.
I'm just saying I think he could have taken a couple more punches.
I'm on the other side where there were 2 punches too many already.
Two competing, you want to stay
Either
in the
or.
fight because
Either or Neil won,
you
and he
want
did well.
to.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
You know, this is your fight. This is going on the record, but at the same time, you don't want to, make this your last fight either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Safety
Exactly.
first.
Safety first. Absolutely.
Fuck that. This is cage fighting. I want blood.
Dave, what the heck, man? Chapman's made you like go wild?
I want to be entertained.
You see,
All right.
yeah, John says it's a good stoppage. There you go.
I think
Oh,
I
was-
might
that was a question.
bow
Was
out
it?
for the main events.
You're going to bow out for both
Yeah.
main events.
'Cause this fight
Ben,
goes
what
long,
the heck?
I
Are you
don't wanna-
serious? Ben,
I
you're
don't
coming
wanna-
to the meat, man.
I don't want to besmirch the broadcast by falling
No.
asleep.
Ben,
We'll keep you awake. We'll keep
Ben,
you awake.
this is the meat of
You're
the
looking
fight,
pretty
man.
awake right
You're
now.
looking
Feeling
good,
pretty
man.
sleepy though.
You're looking good,
if
buddy.
you start nodding off, we'll kick you out and you can go to the
Ben, you're
sleeping
looking
lounge.
good. You're
Oh, I
looking
might go
good.
home, yeah.
Want to give you a massage? Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just pretty
Let's
tired.
go. Let's
I'm
do
just
some
tired.
exercises.
No,
Come on.
that's not
Breathing
necessary.
exercises.
You're going to see Cyborg.
I
Cyborg,
don't like
man.
Cyborg.
Let's have some chips.
Like if this fight, is like a posture fest and goes like 4 or 5 rounds.
This is not
fight
going-
is gonna
yeah.
be quick.
Look, Felicia
This
Spencer
is
is
gonna be a
awesome.
fast fight.
But Holloway Edgar is going to be a 5-round snooze fest. Yeah,
I
it is.
think Holloway might beat Edgar real quick, too.
I don't
You think
know.
so?
It might be a quick knockout.
I see the Frankie doing the Frankie
Well,
thing,
Wait and see how this
Where's everybody watching the fights from? Where's John? John isn't where?
John said PJs, no?
No, not John Hedstrom.
Oh.
Johnny North is at PJ's.
With DJ Derek John.
DJ.
John Hedstrom says you already started yawning.
he?
Everybody thinks, uh-oh, the night's coming to an end.
We're on sleep watch.
Baby bro's falling asleep.
Mama.
It's the ice cream, man. That's what did you in. The sugar. Guaranteed.
No.
No, we need to keep you awake.
Not the Coke.
Smoke break.
What? You're going to leave me here all alone?
No, I can't do that for Cyborg. I want to, but
Do it.
we'll wait till after the pay-per-view.
Who else is there? Freddie! I wonder what he's going and fish for. Like landlocked salmon, trout. What are you fishing for, Fred? And if you catch them, are you going to release them? Or if you catch them, are you going to fry them right away?
Oh, he's
What are you
gonna
going to
eat
do,
them, I'm
Fred?
sure.
Well, you got to fillet them.
Are you going to
first.
cook them on the boat, or are you going to bring them to the land? These are a lot of questions here.
I'm sure
a lot
he's
of important questions.
He's going to eat them.
Oh, was that TriStar right there?
John Hedstrom says he's watching from Windsor, Ontario. Shout out to
Windsor, Ontario.
Oh. Go Spitfire.
I remember they used to. Was it in Windsor? I'm trying to think. They used to have like the Roadkill Cafe. I wonder if it's still there. John, let me know if the Roadkill Cafe is still there.
It's a horrible name for a restaurant.
Why?
One of my best buddies lives out in Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit.
Shout out to Big Youngster.
Steel Town.
Oh, Big Youngster.
Shout out to the Big Youngster and Baby Oscar.
Oh, Little Osk.
Hey, man,
and
Windsor's...
Mama Cass.
Yeah.
Well, listen to this, John. When we have our... when we're going to have our big... What do you say?
Freddie says he's fishing for bass and he
What?
might keep a couple.
Oh, so catch and release. Good.
But he might keep a couple.
Bass is going to
Catching
be...
that
for
big
eating.
bass. Big mouth,
And
Billy
then
Bass.
John has a question. Do we think Felicia Spencer was given this fight too soon? Is she ready?
I agree. I think it's too soon.
Are you ever ready for Cyborg?
Never.
Oh, here she comes.
But it is, I think...
But it is a little early.
Yeah, it is a little early.
It's just
They should have
'cause they
hyped
had-
her up a little bit more.
They had no one else for Cyborg.
Look, if she ends up beating Cyborg, you can't have a better story right now. But if she loses, for sure, it's not good for her career. Dave, are you okay there?
Kleenex?
Yeah, no, I just sneezed. I'm fine.
You okay there, buddy?
Look at that. Born Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Ah,
Felicia
way.
Spencer. Let's go, Felicia.
I wonder where about.
I was born in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, too.
Where in Montreal is she from? She like Montreal North.
I don't think she grew up here.
Oh, but she was born here?
Well, they're putting Montreal, Quebec. It must be something.
Roadkill Cafe closed about 5 years ago, AJ.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Aw.
But I
Dang,
remember that. See, I remember that in
gentrification.
Windsor.
Hey, Fred, are you down for the Ringside Report New Mexico John Jones reality tour?
It's going to be
We're gonna
wild, man.
We're going to raise the money for the trip by having people smack you in the dick.
Slap nuts.
$100 at a time. I mean, we'll get there soon enough. You
No,
know?
we can up the ante, man.
$200 a time
With some, like...
with like both hands.
yeah, like...
you can kick him for $500.
Ooh, like the old, like, kung fu, like, videos where, like...
How
I'm
many
just gonna
shots
kick
could
you
he
in the
take?
nuts. But I can stop it.
I
I've
don't
got
know.
my chi.
Fred is the one who said he's up for it.
You know, you
No,
take like 3 of them, you're done.
Dave, that's all we're gonna do is we're gonna build up the chi. You know, we're gonna start like getting these like kung fu videos and learning how to keep the chi in this position.
So you're
when-
going to be taking the nut shots too, AJ?
and then we're gonna call McDojo, and then we're gonna videotape it, and then for sure, like our ratings are gonna go up.
we just need to get a bunch of people that want to hit you and Fred in the dick.
Listen,
And
mine's
give
going to
$100.
charity. Mine's going for charity.
No, it's supposed to go to our trip to New Mexico for the John Jones reality tour, man.
Well, I thought like our budget should be pretty high at Ringside Report because we are the Dave Simon Productions. TSN 690, kick it in, man. I want to go to area. What is it? Area 51.
You can't go there, AJ.
I want to go there, man.
It's a military base.
Doesn't matter. You send me and Johnny. It'll be so funny. Wouldn't that be funny?
Fred says we don't
I don't think we'd ever
understand.
see you again.
Hey,
He says 100% of the profits are going to him and we get nothing.
Freddie, be generous, man. Think of the kids. We could send it to some kids charity.
Come on, Fred. Be cool.
Try to explain that when you bring the money. Here's $1,000 from like getting slap nuts.
Yeah.
You could do so many other things for children's charities.
Yeah, but that's one of the funniest.
What about a dunk tank?
A dunk tank.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
I dunk AJ actually
Dunk
could be
AJ.
profitable.
that would
And
probably.
you do it, AJ. You
I
get
would do
dunked
it.
all day.
Man,
Dunk
if I'm doing
Hollywood
it
AJ.
Yeah.
for charity, I'll do
You
it.
could get your buddy Harvey Keitel and we could dunk him too. Dunk Harvey
Hey.
Keitel.
Oh, that could be a real charity event. That's like
That's big.
that's at Lincoln Center or something, you know.
Sponsored by Quentin Tarantino
Exactly.
and filmed by Martin Scorsese. Tune in.
Just the slow motion of the ball hitting the thing.
You know what they got to do? Another Dust Till Dawn movie. You know, another one with the original characters.
No,
They had a
I want the movie that I guess Harvey is in. It's in pre-production that he's doing.
The Irishman.
No. the Hollywood AJ story.
Oh yeah, that's gonna
The
be an
movie
interesting
about
one.
AJ and his life that's being produced right now. TMZ, AJ from Ringside Report, ringsidereport.net. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's a movie being made about the life and times of AJ DeLesio.
I really wanna open up like that story about like Robert De Niro, but
Sorry, AJ as himself, and Harvey Keitel as Uncle Benny.
Uncle Benny, and there will be lots
I
of
made
Uncle
some
Benny
wine.
wine.
Yeah.
Actually, talk about Uncle Benny. I'm meeting him tomorrow.
Did you give
Yeah?
Keitel wine?
No, I wanted to. I talked to him about Uncle Benny's wine.
Oh.
You know what? Next time he comes, he doesn't drink, man. Like
Your Uncle Benny's homemade wine.
my
is
Uncle
the
Benny
best.
is like
Delicious.
awesome, and he's making a new batch. Do you guys want some?
Yeah.
Hey,
Always.
listen. I was just about to say before, like
I'll
the
take
John.
several bottles.
Really?
Yeah.
Uncle Benny's
Delicious.
wine is good. Even Olivier Ben Mercier, even though he lost tonight, he said that Uncle Benny's was awesome.
Really good.
Who else said that? The Panda said that. Ellis Theodoro loved it.
Oh, the panda?
But mind
Pablo
you-
Sandoval?
Yeah, the Panda.
Adam Ditchka.
Yeah,
It's
Adam.
not Pablo Sandoval.
Which is sad that it's like that's a guy that I would have loved to see in the UFC.
Yeah, he's a good fighter.
Well, Pablo Sandoval would be cool in the UFC.
But who
also,
we're gonna
big
see
guy.
is Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane is gonna be coming up soon. I saw his videos like today, training. He's 13 days away.
It's in 2 weeks.
Yep, we're
It's,
gonna be watching
August
that.
10th in Uruguay, Cyril Gane.
So John, if you're listening, and everyone else that's out there,
Surreal deal.
remember this name,
you know
Cyril
Cyril
Gane.
Remember the big French guy?
That's the guy that me and
from TKO, the big heavyweight.
yeah.
He's in the UFC
Yeah,
now.
let me tell you a story.
He's fighting in 2 weeks.
Let me
let's
tell you.
go.
No, but listen
Let's
to this
go.
story. Remember when we went, and I'm
Cyril.
like, Dave, I'm
It's a
gonna go
real
get a
deal.
picture with Cyril Gane, and you're like, who is this guy? And I'm like, I'm gonna do
I
it.
knew who he was. I just didn't want to.
And I went with Muscles Marco. I go like, Muscles, come with me. We're gonna go talk to Cyril Gane. And I'm like, hey, big guy, that was awesome. Give me your belt. And I took a picture with the belt. You remember that? And he's such a nice guy. He's
Yeah.
a really
Who
cool
was he
guy.
fighting?
And then he remembered Dave at the last TKO fights. Remember? And well, he remembered all of us. You know.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you guys. Of course, guys. Who else are you going to listen? Who talks about Cyril Gane more than Ringside Report?
That's right.
No one. But then everybody else is going to be on the bandwagon.
Legit as hell.
Yeah, everybody else is going to be talking about, oh, Cyril Gane. He's like this. Rogan's going to talk about him like he knows him. The real guys that know him is us guys. Us.
I'd like to see you and Joe Rogan in jiu-jitsu spar.
Well, he's pretty good.
I think
Rogan.
Joe Rogan would beat HA.
You don't know.
Joe
Joe
ages.
Rogan-
Rogan is older than you.
No, Rogan is not older.
He's older than you.
Doesn't matter. We're like, listen, I'll tell you
But
he's a no gi
He's
guy.
a black belt though too.
So what?
In gi and no gi.
No, he's not gi. He has no gi experience. Gi, I'll take him out in a bow
I
and
think
arrow.
he's a black
faster.
belt in a gi.
But then again, I like Joe Rogan. I met him. He was an awesome guy. So I can't do that. Ronaldo
When'd you meet Joe
Aranja.
Rogan?
Oh, I met him like years back.
AJ's met everybody. It's Hollywood AJ over here.
Hollywood.
All right, Felicia Spencer and
Here we go, guys.
Cyborg.
we go.
She looks kind of big, Felicia. Eh?
Yeah, she's yeah. I mean, Cyborg's probably gonna knock her out, but you never know.
Oh yeah.
Watch out,
Got
Felicia! You're fighting
speed.
Cyborg. She's super scary. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. But seems like she can handle it.
It's only been about 30 seconds.
Oh, that was interesting.
She's a brick hit house.
Felicia. Oh, somebody's cut here.
Cyborg's cut.
Is it?
I think it's that elbow.
Yeah, it was that diving elbow that Spencer hit her
Just
with.
went-
That's pretty sweet. Like she kind of like jumped in.
And that
It was like a
force.
step in elbow. It was cool.
That'll just get Cyborg mad. It's not a good thing.
She sees red.
Yeah, but if
Let's just think about it. This is Cyborg's last fight on her contract, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
So what happens if she loses? Obviously,
It's done.
like, what do you do at this point?
I don't know. Go to Bellator. I mean, she's still a known commodity. Even if she loses, she's still a star.
And if she wins, where does she go from here? Fight Amanda again?
I think so.
which could be a good fight.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be a hype fight again.
It's not something I wouldn't want to see, you know?
Well, let's see how
But
she does today.
I think Amanda probably
Man,
wins
oh
if they
man,
fight
oh
again.
man. Wow.
Cyborg doing that cyborg thing
Look at
Little.
that tattoo on her back.
with the punches and the fury.
That's something from Dust Till Dawn for sure.
What the fuck you talking about?
So if Harvey Keitel does that other movie, remember Cyborg. Put her in.
What?
She doesn't need any makeup.
Why are you pitching?
Well, because like we're
Is he
part-
watching?
Is Harvey watching today?
Harvey always
Harvey, are you
watches.
watching? Harvey,
Harvey
Yeah.
loves
let's
Ringside
do
Report.
lunch.
Hey Harvey, if you're on the chat,
Chat away.
jump in. Harvey Keitel. Harvey Keitel. Okay, fact has watched the show, right?
Yep.
That is really cool, and he likes it. He said it's a funny show. He said we were funny, right?
He said that I was fun. Like actually, there's no joke.
Or he said you were funny, not me and Fred.
Funnier than Adam Sandler. Imagine that.
What about me and Fred though? What do you say about me?
No, but that's when I
specifically?
was like with
I want to
him.
know
like,
me.
alone.
What about me?
You're a handsome fellow.
You're funnier than Adam
Oh,
Sandler?
Harvey
That's what he
Keitel
said,
thinks I'm
man.
handsome.
Listen, I didn't say that. That's what he said.
Harvey said I'm handsome.
No, he said that I was like.
Funnier than Adam Sandler.
No, Adam Sandler, man, he's the best. Happy Gilmore, he didn't watch Happy Gilmore, which I couldn't understand. I'm like, Harvey,
I just
how can
love-
you have not watched Happy Gilmore? It's like the best. There's the part with Bob Barker where he punches him out. I mean, that is like epic scene.
I just can't believe when Harvey asked you what's your favorite movie of mine, you said with total enthusiasm, "Oh, Little Nicky."
Little Nicky is the best, man. That's one of the funniest movies
All
ever.
the movies he's been in.
It's the best. It's like the best. It's awesome. Adam Sandler, Harvey Keitel as the dad.
See, but only AJ would say this
Yeah.
to Harvey Keitel.
Everyone else would say
He
like,
you know
and
what?
that's why Harvey Keitel invited AJ out to lunch.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? He actually told me that he had a lot of fun doing that movie. He really enjoyed that movie. He was fun. Sometimes, you know, you have more fun than other places. I mean, you know, he had like I was reading some of his bio too.
Oh,
you know?
Jesus.
What the heck?
I think that was another one of those step-ins.
Oh my god! Yeah, she hit her with that elbow again. Cyborg is bleeding like a mother.
Yeah, but she
She's
tends to
bleeding
cut
like a
open
stuck
easily.
pig.
Good God Almighty! It's a crimson mask.
Yeah, but she's
But I
still
think
Cyborg.
she's still winning the round.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Felicia has hit her with a couple good shots, but I think Cyborg has hit her with more good shots.
But this is good for
It's
Felicia.
a good fight.
Yeah, this is good for Felicia because even if say she loses,
She's gonna survive this first round though, Felicia.
yeah, and look, she's
doing well.
Yeah, she's doing well. Look, she's gonna be a name.
Let's go, Felicia.
You got her right on your card.
Yeah. Let's go, Felicia.
Let's go, Felicia.
Listen, if she goes to the ground, Felicia has great like jiu-jitsu.
Cyborg's a black belt too, though.
Yep.
Cyborg's so giant.
Cyborg's.
But
old
one thing
school.
with Felicia, like she's really like not giving her a lot of space. She's in there. She's using her head. Look
Yeah,
at
she's
this.
bringing the
like-
fight.
Yep. Very good round.
Oh.
Very good round. Bravo. Even
She just
Cyborg.
proved she can hang with Cyborg.
That
Cyborg is busted up. She's bleeding.
This is a Miss Vicky's time.
But I think
It's Miss Vicky's break.
Cyborg
Miss Vicky break.
still won the first round despite her cuts.
Cyborg.
I think
won,
she
yeah.
landed
not
more
by
shots.
much at the end. Like it started
But that
off.
is a bad cut on her forehead.
And it only got worse.
I think Cyborg won the first round, but
That is
Felicia was
deep.
definitely
That is
in
a
it. She took some good shots from Cyborg, and she kept pressing forward. And that elbow is really solid. That like step-in elbow that she's done twice now, very effective both times.
Look, the first 3 minutes was Cyborg. The last 2 minutes of the fight was Felicia. So it's close. I mean, Cyborg won it, but
Slicing elbow.
And then she does it again.
Oof.
but one thing you notice is that Felicia can take a punch.
Yeah, Cyborg's hitting her with heavy shots, and Felicia's doing all right. She doesn't stutter. All right, round one for Cyborg, but definitely
She handled it well in the clinch.
Felicia is still in this, and she looks good.
She's smiling.
She's smiling. She looks like she's moving around. You know, she doesn't look tired. Cyborg looks more worn right now than Felicia. That cut on her forehead is disgusting.
It's like someone took a knife to it.
It's like an open wound on her forehead. It's gross. That elbow from Spencer cut her up bad.
From
Got
dusk
Bill the
till
Butcher
dawn.
out there.
Oh,
Look
my
at that. She's very quick,
goodness.
Felicia. I'm very impressed.
Yo, I was telling you guys that Cyborg is done. It's Felicia Spencer's time. Felicia was going to win. I said that on Ringside Report. Did I not?
You did. And me and Freddie went, like, obviously the other way.
You were like, come on. What are you guys
No,
talking?
I said that Felicia's amazing. I wish she wasn't fighting Cyborg, but right now, she's handling it really well. Even if she loses, she's going to be a name that everyone's going to know now.
Cyborg looks tired. Like she's taking deep breaths, you know?
She probably didn't think that
Felicia
would
is
be this
very
tough.
aggressive. She's putting
tough.
on a very aggressive pace, you know? She's pushing it. She's pushing Cyborg.
Yep.
She's forcing her to fight very hard and defend herself. This is smart. I love it.
But she's got to be careful. Like, holding a position too long like this can tire you out. But I think she just wants to keep that
I
gap.
think it's tiring
like, very
Cyborg
close.
out even worse, though.
Not really. Because she's
She
standing.
just had Cyborg pushed against the fence for a good minute.
Yeah,
and
but
I
that's the
think that
problem.
tires Cyborg out. She's making Cyborg carry her weight. She's making Cyborg defend, too.
Yeah, but Cyborg is getting more body punches thrown in. You see, and this is the problem. I don't know if she pulled guard
What
or.
was that?
This.
Collapse.
You
What's
don't
happening?
want Cyborg on top of you hitting you
No,
with
no.
punches.
No, but it could be also. Wow, interesting. I would have continued.
Get up.
I would have
Get up.
continued. That's smart what she's doing. She's waiting.
Oh, that wasn't smart.
No. Felicia did. You're right, Dave. She should have stood up a lot
I think
quicker.
she's trying to bait her into
Yeah.
the guard. Like she wants
She wants to
Cyborg on the ground. She doesn't want to stand up and strike with her, even though she's having success. She
Okay, let's
wants
see
her
what
on the
happens
ground.
here. Let's
she
see what
wants to
happens.
grapple with Cyborg. I
Yep.
don't know if that's a great idea.
Let's see. It might be a big surprise here. Oh. Okay. Look at
Cyborg's
this. Look at
ground and
this.
pound is disgusting. Like
Look at this, Dave.
she is
Do you see
really
what she's
good.
setting up here?
Oh.
You see
yeah,
what she's
but
setting up?
she doesn't have enough arm to do it.
No, she's got to get like that arm underneath her leg.
Yeah, she's not there.
Not yet, but
Careful,
she's
careful.
slowly getting there.
She needs to be higher. She's below the elbow. She needs to be above the elbow,
she
right?
just needs to move a little bit more back. Here we go.
See,
Oh.
Cyborg
Wow.
slips out. She doesn't have it. She had nothing there.
Wow, that was interesting. Got to give it to Felicia.
Ah, come on, she had nothing.
Well, Cyborg.
She tried to omoplata Cyborg, and it was like no. She had barely any arm. You need up on the shoulder.
no,
You need up on the.
but she was trying to
you need
go
to get
for that.
over the elbow. She had wrist. I mean, that's not enough for an omoplata.
It's just because her head was stuck against the fence, right?
No,
We're
she
go-
didn't have enough arm.
No, she didn't because she was jammed like with her head in.
Yeah,
she was
she couldn't
trying to
get the
just change her
movement.
position,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know what? It's not like Cyborg was able to do much with that position
No.
either. So
No.
Felicia is not afraid to
And
grapple.
it wasn't quite clear if Cyborg took her down or Felicia pulled guard in that.
It looked like she
Like
pulled.
they went down to the ground, but I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah,
It
it
looked like she
she
was
pulled.
pulling guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Cyborg just like went with it and was like, "Okay, I'm gonna push you down too."
Well, one thing I can notice right now is that Cyborg is starting to slow down.
Yeah. But she's still
And
really
Felicia's
sharp and
smiling.
really
She's like
powerful.
smiling at her. Wow. Well, she's definitely putting Montreal on the map again.
Wow. I won't go that far.
Well, you know what? For a female fighter, like coming out and performing the way she's doing against like someone like Cyborg, who's like some comic
It's kind of like when
book like character in a sense. I mean, she's doing well. Like other than George, I mean, this could be interesting.
Remember when was it Valerie Letourneau fought Joanna?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of like, ooh, she kind of showed up against her.
Yeah, but look,
bit.
she's not there
She
anymore.
lasted 5 rounds, I believe.
This girl is. I think she won that round. Dave.
I don't know. Cyborg landed a bunch of shots towards
But-
the end of it in the last couple minutes.
I give it to Cyborg.
I'm giving it to Cyborg 2.
I'm going the opposite.
Cyborg
I give
up
it to
2
Felicia.
rounds to 0.
No, I'm giving it to Felicia this round.
Okay, well, that's how split decisions happen. So we both give the first 2 rounds to
Santos.
Cyborg, and you give round 1 to Cyborg, round 2 to Felicia Spencer. Going to round 3.
Cyborg looks exhausted.
Fred saying, "Come on, AJ, she had nothing." Talking about that omoplata.
No, she didn't
Fred's
have anything.
With me once again.
No, for sure she didn't have anything, but she had her head into the fence. She was trying to shift over. She needed a little bit more space. Look, she was going for something. It looked like a omoplata, but you never know what she was setting up here. She just wanted to get into a grappling match.
Fred also says, "Win or lose, I'm a Spencer fan." I agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
She's looking really good. She's showing she can hang with Chris Cyborg. She's showing she's an elite.
You're right, Freddie.
145-pound women's fighter.
Yep, you're right, Freddie. And look at her. She's smiling away.
And, she could beat Cyborg in this 3rd round. She could finish her. I think she's losing. She may have won the 2nd round, in which case if she wins this round, she wins a decision. This fight is definitely anybody's fight still.
What I find interesting is that Felicia is not afraid to engage. Like, she'll jump into the jab of, like, a Cyborg and, like, engage. She doesn't keep a distance. She'll go in. Watch. She's not worried about, I guess, Cyborg's punching power. Look at this.
Freddie saying Spencer's corner saying she needs a finish.
Is that what they're saying? Yeah.
Yeah. We can't have the volume up too loud because then it'll get picked up on our mics and then we'll be kicked off YouTube because we'll be streaming the UFC illegally, which we can't do, obviously.
No.
Ooh. Cyborg's so powerful. Every strike she hits you with looks, devastating.
Well, look, when she throws her Muay Thai knees,
her knees and her punches are just so
those
nasty.
are dangerous.
Every time Cyborg starts unleashing, and starts throwing a combination, more than 2 punches together, it looks
scary.
like the fight is nearly over.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Like every time Cyborg throws 1, 2, 3, and then you're like, uh-oh, it's fucking over. 4, 5, and then boom, boom. Because you've seen it happen so many times where she hits you once, she hits you twice, and then you wobble, and then the 3rd time you go down, 4th time you're out.
But the thing with Felicia, like I was saying, is that she's eating like some pretty good shots.
She's got
at
a
some
hell
points.
of a chin.
She can take them. She just keeps going forward.
Yep.
So, I mean, this is not an easy fight at all for Cyborg.
Hi.
Well, there's still a lot of time. Look, if Felicia loses this fight, she won in the eyes of the UFC.
If Felicia loses, she won.
She wins in the eyes of the
That's
UFC.
a classic AJ
in the
quote,
eyes
if I
of
ever
Dana
heard
White.
one.
You know why? No, listen. Hear me out. Is that she's marketable. This girl's
Going
marketable.
down.
Ben, are you okay, buddy?
I'm going down.
So listen to this.
is my last fight.
I think she's marketable. Come on, you gotta watch the Holloway fight.
No,
You can do it.
That's gonna be 5 rounds.
Oh, goodness.
I know
See,
it.
this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but Dave.
That's what I'm talking about.
But Dave,
when
look.
Cyborg gets going, it looks like it's nearly over.
She just
but
picks up that steam.
Spencer's still in it. Like, this
she's
fight
tough.
is still going on.
She's one tough fighter, man. And
That's crazy.
yeah, and you know what? Fred was right. Like, she came into this, or John was saying that she came into this fight a little too early from her last fight, but she's doing very well. Here we go.
John Hedstrom saying maybe Spencer would win in a 5-rounder. I don't know.
Yeah, because she doesn't look gassed. Cyborg is like open mouth.
Yeah, but Cyborg's also pacing herself for a 3-round fight, not a 5-round fight, So it's hard to judge that.
Look.
But it does look like Spencer has a better gas tank. She does seem like the fresher fighter. Cyborg's not landing much here in the 3rd round. There's one. Ooh, there's more.
But she doesn't have a cut. That's the thing. Felicia has
She lands
zero
a couple
cuts.
flurries, but
Like if you were just
Felicia's not cut up like
No.
Cyborg is,
No.
but whatever. That's because Cyborg's throwing punches with the gloves on, and Felicia threw those elbows.
But if you were just tuning into this
If
fight,
I hit you with one elbow and
Oh,
I
it's gonna
cut
damage, for sure.
you, but you hit me with 100 punches, you win the fight. Like if you don't cut me with your 100 punches,
yeah, you're
but
right.
I cut you with my one elbow, it doesn't mean I win the fight because you're bleeding. That's not how fighting works.
On a first blood match.
That's right.
But like I was just about to say, if you were tuning into this fight right now, not knowing what the first 2 rounds were, you'd think that Spencer was winning this.
I think that Cyborg was winning it because Cyborg's the one landing all the punches at this point.
Yeah, she's
Cyborg's winning the 3rd round. Cyborg, I think, has won all 3 rounds in this fight.
I thought the second went to Spencer, but look, you're gonna hear they're gonna give her a round. I guarantee you.
Maybe they will. Good fight.
Well, good fight.
Good fight. Really good fight.
Wow.
Hard to fall asleep during that fight, right?
No,
It's a good
that
fight.
was a good fight.
starting to go down.
You were almost there, but
starting
it,
to go down.
it was still pretty
Ben,
exciting.
stay away from the light, man. Stay with us.
I'm bargaining at home.
Where you going, man?
He's taking
Back to
off. He's
Verdun.
bailing on the UFC.
Don't bail, man.
Gotta
Don't
work
bail.
tomorrow.
Don't you miss when the UFC pay-per-view started at 9 p.m. instead of 10 p.m.?
Did they?
Yeah, for a while they used to start at 9 p.m. Eastern. Way better than this.
They would still finish around midnight though, but finish at midnight.
Yeah,
Look at that
finish
elbow.
at midnight.
See, I like her flying elbows. Felicia throws these nice flying elbows, but it's the kicks that got her. See?
Good broadcast, boys.
Okay,
Great
ladies
fight.
and gentlemen,
Whoa.
Ben is out of here.
One more time. Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh, you're
yeah.
already gone.
I'm already gone.
Whoa, that's weird.
What?
I warned. I warned one of our producers.
Oh, you warned the producer?
That I might prepare to maybe have me off.
Exit the building. Wow, look at that.
Elvis has left the building. Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis
You're out of here?
is gone.
See you Monday.
Hell yeah.
That's it. You can do it.
That's what happens to these UFC pay-per-views, man.
What's happening, man, with everybody? Everybody's going down like flies. Ben,
AJ,
take care, buddy.
tell Harvey to call me. We'll do lunch.
Me, we'll do that. We'll do that. I'll schedule something. I'll talk to my. I'll talk to my.
Steve Buscemi, if you know.
Oh, Buscemi. Yeah, he did talk about Buscemi. Yeah, he was talking about Buscemi. He's awesome, Buscemi.
Next time.
He's a cool actor, eh, Buscemi? He's got those I love his eyes. I
Cyborg
like
wins the decision.
Yeah, Cyborg
Was
won.
it unanimous? Yeah, unanimous.
It was unanimous. Okay, so I was wrong on the second.
Yeah. Wrong again, AJ.
Mm.
AJ's always wrong. AJ's always wrong.
Look at her go. Well, you know what? Kudos to Felicia. It was a great fight. Look, they're gonna interview her as well.
You think they're going to talk to Spencer, too?
Yeah, absolutely. They have to. Why not?
Cyborg won all 3 rounds on all 3 judges' scorecards.
All right.
All 3 rounds.
I thought the second was Spencer's, but hey.
No. It was not. That cut on Cyborg's super nasty.
But looking over these the replays here, you can see that Felicia took some nasty shots. Heavy rights.
Man, Felicia took a vicious
straights.
beating.
She took nice elbows, kicks, but she stood there. She wasn't cut at
Yeah.
all. She's able to take some serious punches from a knockout power fighter, and you know what? Felicia will be back. A little bit too early in my opinion, that she fought. She fought what? In about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago,
I don't know.
somewhere around there. But
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Her last fight, Felicia Spencer's last fight was Megan Anderson in May. So
Yep.
yeah, a couple months ago. You think it was too quick of a turnaround?
I think so.
Maybe too early on in her career, fighting Cyborg in your 8th fight. But you know what? For her 8th professional MMA fight,
it was
fighting
awesome.
Cyborg, she looked great.
Yeah, she looked great.
It was a big opportunity for her. She fought well. I think she did the best she could, but she's fighting Cyborg in there, who's a legend. And Fred reminds me that I picked Felicia Spencer to win. I was going all Canada, all Quebec, but I also picked Marc-Andre and Olivier, so my Canada-Quebec connections all going down tonight.
They fizzled out, man.
All the Canadian fighters on the main card have lost.
It was all curded cheese tonight.
Fred saying him and you and him were right. What
hey, man, AJ's right.
Curded cheese like they put in poutine? Is that what you're talking about?
That's it. Tonight got curded. Or like, yeah, they got curded out. But it's bad. You know what? Not one Canadian fighter yet. No. And it's not happening. I remember this way back when they had like, we went through this already where the Canadian fighters like didn't perform, and then they went to Brazil and all the Brazilian fighters didn't perform. It was like a really bad time for hometown fighters.
Yeah.
But like, you know what? They need to bring in like, maybe on the prelims anyways, like a lot more new Canadian fighters that are out there. There's a lot. Bring them, showcase them.
Well, they are.
Yeah, but what's going to happen
tonight?
What's going to happen today?
A bunch of them were Canadian. What the fuck are you talking about?
They are, but I'm talking.
What are you talking?
I'm talking about like more upcoming fighters that are out there.
They did. They had
like Charles Jourdain should have been on this card.
Well, whatever. He was on the card like a month and a half ago. Marc-Andre Barrios was on the card. Look, Jillian Robertson, she's Canadian. She was on the card. Gavin Tucker, he's Canadian. He was on the card. Hakeem Dawodu, Alexis Davis, okay. Marc-Andre Barrios, Olivier Aubin, Felicia Spencer. How many more Canadians do you want? What are you talking about?
I apologize.
You don't have to apologize. I'm just saying you're incorrect.
I'm Canadian. We apologize for everything.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. Dave, I'm sorry.
Fucking right, you're sorry.
What?
Oh, they're showing a commercial for DC versus Stipe, UFC 241.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not doing a watch-along for that. I'm going to be on vacation.
Where are you going to be, Dave?
I don't reveal where I'm on vacation. I don't say that.
Come on, Dave.
No.
Do it for the ratings.
Talk about where my vacation is for the ratings.
Slap nuts.
Stand up.
Let's start off. Let's get the ball rolling. Freddie, this is for you, buddy.
Literally, get the balls rolling. Rolling around in your sack after you get smacked.
Stuffed up to your throat or something.
Oh, God. Sounds painful.
I did it to my brother once a long time ago. Long story.
Do you think Nate Diaz is actually going to fight Anthony Pettis?
You know what? When is this? This is happening August 17th.
August 17th.
We still, like, so far, so good.
Do you think that's actually going to happen?
Listen,
I'm skeptical.
Listen, if he makes it to the weigh-ins, things are looking good.
If he makes it to the weigh-ins.
If he makes it to the card the night of, it's looking really good. We just got to close the cage and make sure he's in there.
Yo, what's the deal? Why is The Rock here?
Because The Rock is The Rock.
Hold on. Oh, this is just a commercial for his new movie.
With,
It's like half intro for the main event, but mostly a commercial for The Rock's new movie. Hey, Jason Statham, he's going to play AJ in the AJ Life Story.
No, man, I can play him myself. I don't want Jason Statham.
No. We're going to get
He's a blue
Jason
belt
Statham.
in jiu-jitsu. But The Rock, he's awesome.
So you're saying he's not belted high enough to play you in the movie?
No.
Brown belts are higher, right?
Yeah. Who's out there?
As an actor that's a brown belt or higher? Nobody?
Well, actually, there was, what's his name? Well, actually, they're doing the Fast and Furious,
How
which
about
is
you get
interesting.
the guy from, what's that show? I know what you're talking about. The guy there.
The guy from the older guy?
Modern Family there.
Yeah, he's a black belt.
Yeah,
and a really good one, man. He used to train with the Gracies. But listen, what's interesting is that we're talking about The Rock doing the Fast and Furious. The guy that used to play back in the Fast and Furious, his name was Paul
Perez.
No, man.
Paul Mead.
No,
Paul Garcia.
Anyways, he passed away. Like,
rest in peace.
Paul, he was a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, and he was really good.
Logan Paul.
Not Logan Paul. Logan Paul's awesome. He follows us at Ringside.
Paul
Logan Paul.
No, Paul Logan follows us at Ringside.
Paul Logan. Yeah, did I say Logan Paul?
You always confuse the two, and that's how you began your friendship with Paul Logan, the actor, because you mentioned him on Twitter or Instagram when you thought you were talking about Logan Paul, the YouTube guy, but instead...
Who's actually like a ranked boxing champion now. Long story, but check it out.
But instead, you mentioned the actor Logan Paul, who was in Sharknado, and now that guy is like a friend of yours because you're Hollywood AJ.
He's a friend of ours
Friend
now.
of the show because you're Hollywood AJ.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Paul Logan looks...
Hollywood
Listen,
AJ.
I want to get... Listen, Paul, if you're listening to the show, you got to come to Montreal, or we're going to get you on the show at some point. Once our technology is going to another level. We're going to... we're at 2.5. We're going to go to 3. But listen to this.
Don't give away all the fucking secrets.
No, I'm not giving all the secrets. All I'm saying is that Paul Logan looks awesome. Have you ever seen him? He's in top shape, this guy. I think he was doing some like MMA somewhere in California. He's looking good, man. And I think he started doing MMA because of our show.
Paul Logan.
But he's a martial artist to begin with. Yeah, he's looking good. But Logan Paul, on the other hand, I still can't get over the fact that he had a boxing match. And he brought in
I can't get over the fact that you're still talking about Logan Paul from YouTube.
Listen, no, he wants to have another fight.
So you fight him.
That's what I said last time. I said I would fight Logan Paul, not Paul Logan. You know what? I'll have Paul Logan in my corner. He'll be my corner man, fighting Logan Paul, and then you can be fighting. What did we say you'd have to fight? Joe Rogan.
I don't want to fight Joe Rogan.
Come
Joe
on.
Rogan will kick my ass.
Yeah, Joe Rogan is awesome.
I don't want to fight Joe Rogan.
You should have Joe Rogan in your corner.
No, I want to win a fight.
Who do you want to fight then, Dave?
I'll fight Justin Bieber.
Oh yes, that was it.
I'll
Justin
win that
Bieber.
fight easy. No
and
problem.
We get Rogan to be in your corner.
Yeah.
I get Paul Logan to be in my corner against Logan Paul, and he can get whoever he wants in his corner. Could be Pee Wee Herman for all I care. I don't care, but I'll box him. Oh yeah.
Fred says Ed. What's the guy's name?
Ed Herman.
No, not Ed Herman.
Who is Ed Herman?
Ed O'Neill.
Oh, Ed O'Neill.
Was
yeah,
the actor we're
that
talking
was
about.
That was married.
Al Bundy and
Al
Married
Bundy,
with
man.
Children.
He's awesome. Hey, and like I said, he's one of the first guys training with the Gracies back in the days. He's a really good jiu-jitsu guy, and I think he's like maybe 60-something years old. Bundy.
Yeah, he's old school, that guy.
Yep.
JC says AJ's off the charts.
I'm always off the charts. Nothing new. Plus, I had a Chapman's ice cream and a Coke. You know how much sugar is going through my veins right now? I could do back kicks like there's no tomorrow. Flips. Ben, on the other hand, had a sugar down.
He had to tap out.
He had to tap out early.
Couldn't make the main event. He was going to fall asleep. That's what happened to him last time. He fell asleep during the John Jones fight. He didn't want to fall asleep on camera like he did for the last watch.
I thought that was awesome. I thought it was a funny bit. Everybody was like, I think the guy's falling asleep on camera.
Like, yeah, he's falling asleep.
He was asleep,
super
man.
Boring.
But it was amazing how he still stayed like straight up. It was incredible. I'm going to reenact Ben.
Like,
this is Ben. This is Ben without glasses. Was Ben wearing glasses? No, he wasn't wearing glasses. He was like this. Dave is yapping away, and I'm yapping away, and this is Ben, and he's looking at the camera straight. Shoulders were straight. And he's like forcing his eyes open, and he's like, we're yapping away till you got a comment, and it's like, I think the guy's sleeping on camera. He's like, no.
He's like, huh? No, I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping.
I'm just resting my eyes.
Yeah. Frankie Edgar, Max Holloway, this fight is happening. Edgar's in the cage. Let's go. Let's start this fight.
Let's bring in our stand-in.
Stand in. Oh, Waylon. He's going to replace Fred and my brother for the rest of the show.
He kind of looks like Fred with the hat from yesterday.
Yeah, of course. Thursday.
What are we today? Saturday?
Yeah.
Jeez, it just seems like yesterday. What the heck happened here?
What'd you just do?
I don't know. Something happened here. God help me.
You break it?
No, man.
AJ's breaking the equipment here in the studio. You all right?
What the Premature.
Oh, what's going on over there? You messed it up. I gotta go fix what you did.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I don't know. It looks a little wonky.
It does look a little wonky. It needs a little Viagra, this thing.
Oh,
here.
it's because you didn't fix. You pulled
It's
it off
going down.
the hinges.
Look at it. Is it? Here, let me fix it. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah, Dave, it's really out.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not. No. Sit down. I'll fix it.
I got it.
No, you're not doing it right. AJ, don't touch it. Stop touching it. Now I gotta go fix some shit. AJ
That's what
broke.
my ex-girlfriend said. Hold on a sec. Here we go. Our technical team. You don't get this on the Rogan show.
Fucking AJ breaking shit.
Oh my God. That's it, Dave. Get on your knees, man.
Hey, fuck you.
$100.
I beat the shit.
Slap his butt. Look at this. Look at this. Look how the guy is so talented. Dave Simon Productions. We need Muscles Marco. Where is Muscles Marco? There we go. Wow, that was awesome. Look how fast he fixed it. This guy is unbelievable. He's a producer. He's a host.
Yo, I'm multi-talented.
He's
I can
like
do a lot of
tech
shit.
guy. He's also the maintenance guy at times too.
Yeah, I fix things in the studio. I set things up. I'm actually handling all the controls as well. I'm doing all the buttons. That thing that just happened, that was me. I did
Oh, the
that.
live thing there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can't you do like some other graphic? I want to see something cool.
You want to see some other shit?
Yeah, man.
You want to see something real cool?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Check this out. Oh, it's a different camera. Let's call this Whalen Cam.
Waylon.
Waylon Jennings.
Look at that. I'm like, that's like if I was in prison, you just see my eyes. Oh, there. I'm back out. Freedom.
AJ Cam. How about that, AJ?
It's cool, man. I thought you were going to
How
put
you like them apples?
I like those apples. But why don't you play something like some graphics like that fireball that you have in the beginning and
I don't have that.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you had something like that.
No, we don't have fancy graphics right now.
No, you did. In the beginning
Here,
of the show,
here's a
you have all.
graphic. Here.
Let's
How's
see.
this?
The like?
There you
That's
go.
right. So listen to this, everyone. Ringside Report, DOTNET, every Thursday, 8 p.m. We really have our show live. Fridays, TSN 690 Eastern Time. Find it on www.ringsidereport.net. Find it on Apple iTunes. Find it, where else can you find it, Dave? You can find it everywhere.
Everywhere.
We're everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
And who else is going to spend like an evening like with you guys?
Nobody.
This is awesome, man.
Nobody.
How's the date night going, everybody? Everybody
How's your
getting
date
lucky?
night going?
Everybody's getting lucky?
Watching us and having sex?
Hey, listen, man. We're talking about
Don't
slap
watch
nuts.
us and have sex. That's gross. That's weird. I mean, if you're doing that, respect to you, I guess. But, like, that's a weird thing to do.
It's YouTube, man. Anything can happen.
Have sexual relations while watching two dudes watch a UFC pay-per-view?
Yee.
It's an odd thing to be
Yeah,
doing.
yeah. It's,
But hey,
kinda creepy
if you
now.
are doing it, thank you for watching. And enjoy.
Send the video. We'll post it.
Enjoy your consensual sexual adventures.
Sounds good, Dave. Sponsored by Viagra. Not yet.
Why, AJ? You having some problems?
Listen, I'm going to tell you.
Are you experiencing dysfunction?
At times on the mic, yes. Look at Edgar. He looks like he never ages, this guy. He looks younger than he did like
No, he doesn't.
years ago. You don't
No,
find?
he definitely ages.
Look at Holloway, man. He's always like cool as a cucumber.
Holloway's a bad man.
He just likes to fight, this guy.
He does.
I just I have some concerns about his health for some reason because they never actually said what was the cause of that whole.
I feel like he's been in a lot of fights where he's taken a lot of punishment. Like he's been hit a lot. But, you know, the Ortega fight and the Poirier fight were both pretty rough.
Yeah, those were wars.
But before that, he's done, you know, pretty well for himself. The Aldo fight, he really didn't get hit that much. But then he had that whole issue where he had to miss a fight, and It was like maybe a concussion or maybe a weight cutting issue.
Well,
and
the
we
weight
never
cut,
really got to
the weight
bottom
cut
of
was
it.
a serious problem. I mean, who was it that
It was
like,
never really clear.
It was
what
Michael
was going on
Bisping, I
there.
think, that pointed out that there's something wrong with this
Yeah,
guy
he
when
was
they were doing an
slurring his
interview.
words. It was a fight week interview, and he was like not right. You could tell something was up, and then he pulled out of the fight, and there was talk that maybe he got knocked out in training camp, and it was a concussion.
Sure, it looked like that. I
But
mean,
then
I remember
there
that
was also
interview. It
talk
was
that
horrible.
he was having trouble cutting weight, and I don't know.
Look,
I remember
kudos to Bisping.
there was talk for a while after that the concussion was so bad
Mhm.
that Holloway was maybe never going to fight again. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
There was
Yeah,
like
yeah, they were
brief
looking-
talk
yep.
that like, oh, Holloway's done forever. So I think that's where the concern comes from for his health. Like there was talk that he was going to retire, and the guy's only 27. So,
And he has a lot of fight in him left. That's for
but
sure.
he looked great in that Dustin Poirier fight. Like he
Oh,
took
yeah.
a beating, he lost the fight, but he also looked fantastic and gave Dustin Poirier a beating. Like that was a great fight.
a much bigger opponent as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that was at 155. Holloway is best at 145. That's where he's the champion, you know? He tried to go up to 55, become a champion there, but
He looked good.
he looked good, but he did look undersized for 155, right? Like he looked a
Yeah,
little
no, he was
small.
undersized for sure, but he still looked good in that fight.
Yeah. Here we go, motherfucking Max Holloway.
There's a good crowd in the house tonight. Looks good, man. It hasn't been a bad card.
No,
You know,
been
it's
all right.
yeah.
Cyborg fight was good. The Olivier fight was interesting. The Barrio fight was
Barrio,
interesting.
yeah, it was great.
And even those two guys that I didn't care
Neil.
about, I mean, they fought hard, you know.
Yeah, no, they put on a performance.
But now this is the one.
Let's see what happens
This
here.
is the one that we came to see, you know? Like, this is the
we all
main
chose
event
Holloway
here.
on this, I believe.
And this
Myself,
is the,
you, and Dave.
This is the legit
And
main
Fred.
event. Like, this is the biggest fight on the card.
Yeah.
You know, like, sometimes the main event isn't the biggest fight on the card. But this is. Like, this is a big one.
So let's see how this.
Two champions.
He's
You
so
know,
much.
Edgar used to be the champion at 155. He's been one of the top fighters at 155 and 145 for so long.
But the interesting thing about this fight is, like, I think Holloway has like a 5-inch height advantage.
Yeah, he's
But yet
taller.
he only has like 1 inch, like, arm reach. So like like Edgar has long arms for a short guy.
Huh.
Take a look at his arms. So you got to be careful. You get those combinations in easily. But look, I chose Holloway to win this as submission
Yeah.
on my,
like,
know,
these two
mise au
haven't
jeu,
fought
but
before, but you look at like common opponents, right? Like Aldo. Holloway beat Aldo twice, finished him twice.
and that's Jose Aldo.
Edgar lost to Aldo.
Yep.
Ortega. Edgar got knocked out by Ortega. Holloway finished Ortega. You know, like Frankie hasn't been able to beat some of the guys that Max has finished. That doesn't mean Frankie can't beat Max, but
No.
it kind of gives you an idea of like where they are.
Yeah, but look, you got
I don't
Edgar
know.
at like 37 years old. You got Max at 27 years old. I mean, age is a difference. One thing with Edgar, he's like, his athletics is like off the charts. He's fast. He moves fast. He's got great combinations. But the thing is that he's getting closer to 40. You know, how much fight does he still have left in him? But mind you, he looks great. They're not exchanging a lot at this point right now, but I think Holloway likes to feel his opponents before he goes.
Yeah.
But he has
He
like
figures them out in the first.
he figures them out, and every
yeah.
once in a while he throws these devastating rights that just like they're so fast. His jabs are so fast, like,
yeah.
and he's always moving. That's one thing with Holloway. He'll cut those angles.
Yeah, his footwork is great. The way he moves around, you know. He's stalking Frankie. He's not landing much, but he's like controlling the.
No, but he's those punches that he throws, they get in. What's everyone saying? JC, what's up, JC? Thanks, but we love it. Nice to watch with you all. Hey, thanks, Antoinette. We love watching it as well, and thanks for joining in. Shout out to T.O.
I know Max Holloway, big Raptors fan. He was celebrating when
Is
they
he?
won. Yeah.
Wow. And Antoinette too. She's like posting all these things. She's like a big celebrity person herself.
Hollywood Antoinette and Hollywood AJ.
No, she's what would you call the Toronto? Like the sixth celebrity. Hey, listen, they have a big Hollywood. They have a big movie scene in Toronto.
Of course.
The Toronto Film Festival, like it's big over there.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll invite us down. Never know.
For the film festival when
Sure.
they premiere the AJ DeLessio life story.
It's the AJ, man.
Starring Harvey Keitel and Jason Statham.
As my uncle. My Uncle Benny.
Oh, you play yourself in the movie,
Of course,
right?
man.
Right.
You're going to play yourself?
I'm going to play myself in the movie?
Well, yeah, you're going to be Dave Simon.
No,
like
I
the
wanted
Ringside Report guy.
Kevin Hart to play me in the movie.
That'd be awesome. By the way, if Antoinette doesn't know, he's in Montreal at this point. Apparently, he was at the Rose Bowl. Listen, rumors has it he was at the Rose Bowl.
Really?
I let the cat out of the bag.
In NDG?
And as Harvey Keitel says, no damn good. NDG, my hometown. Love it.
Kevin Hart was at Rose Bowl.
Yeah, so if people
What,
don't know what the
bowling?
Rose Bowl is, yeah, exactly. It's a bowling alley.
So he
Probably
was
one of the
bowling.
oldest bowling alleys in Montreal.
He's there bowling.
No, I think he was shooting a movie there, but who
Oh,
knows? Maybe
okay.
he shot a few rounds. I don't know. Would he play the big balls or the small balls? That I don't know. He's not a big man, Kevin Hart. And listen, I have a history with Kevin Hart. First of all, as you all know, in our past episodes last year, when I went to go see Kevin Hart live, you see this fake tooth that's here? Compliments of the Kevin Hart show. I was laughing so hard I lost a tooth.
You bit into a hard candy. It had nothing to do with the show.
Listen, man, because I was laughing. That stupid candy that I had got stuck to my teeth, and I can't believe I lost my tooth. I should have sent the bill to Kevin.
No.
Why?
You couldn't have.
In the States, they'll sue you for anything. I was laughing so hard I lost my tooth. And first of all, it was that ginger snap candy. Ginger snaps, very dangerous, kids.
Round one is over. Holloway won the first round.
Yeah, listen, this round was like a feeling, round.
And Holloway landed
was just
more
like,
punches, landed the jab,
Yep.
And that was pretty much what he did.
Edgar's,
Frankie's nose looks like it's busted up
Yep.
a little bit.
He's breathing really heavy. I mean,
that
Holloway,
was a tough round.
yeah, it
Holloway
was-
beat him up, and Frankie didn't have much of an answer to him. No pun intended. Because he's Frankie the Answer Edgar. You know what I mean? Didn't have
May
the
he-
answer this time.
May he be blessed.
Fred wants to know about the after show. What about the after show?
What after show?
What after
What is
show?
this, the
This-
Johnny in the Dark show?
This is the show.
Freddie, are you serious?
When the pay-per-view's over, we're done. I can't believe Fred's still awake. Fred, don't you have a fishing trip to wake up for tomorrow morning?
I can't believe Freddie is awake. It's true. We should do a competition instead of slap nuts. See who goes to sleep faster, Ben or Fred?
Well, I think.
Who do you think will win?
My
on that?
brother already bailed out. He's gone. Couldn't handle it. Couldn't take the heat. Now it's just me and AJ running the show.
Mean Streets. That was a good film by Keitel as well.
Your boy.
I told him to say hi to Quentin Tarantino. I think it would be cool, if we could be
Give
in
him
a
a
movie.
shout out.
Yeah,
Shout out.
Tarantino, man, awesome.
Shout out QT. Our main man.
He was in Dust Till Dawn as well. He's in all the movies. Pulp Fiction, you'll see him. He always does these cameo roles. One of the best directors ever, do you think?
Quentin Tarantino?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of his
Thelma and
movies.
Louise?
Did he do that?
Yep. Did he?
I
I don't think so. No, he didn't
No.
do Thelma and Louise. Keitel did.
There you go.
Bad Lieutenant.
You're really going through the Harvey Keitel IMDb, eh?
I was just about to say, but the best movie ever. Little Nicky.
Here we go. When do you think you'll stop talking about Harvey Keitel?
I wasn't the one who brought it up. It was your brother Ben that did.
He's gone, and you're still talking about him.
No, I'm doing that for Ben, just in case he's watching still. He's on the bus. He has to keep himself up, you know? What is he going to watch? He's definitely not watching the UFC. He'll just be watching our show. Who's that, Dave?
Don't worry about it.
What's this? I will pay $100 for AJ to be $100 honest on air about the Kevin Hart show.
After the Kevin Hart show.
What do you mean? Oh. Fred, you got me there.
$100.
Like he wants me to say what happened after
Tell
the
the
show.
story, yeah.
Yeah. It was a cold night.
You get $100. You get $100.
It was a long and cold night. Not so much for me. I was nice and toasty in studio with a missing tooth.
Who wasn't nice and toasty in the studio?
Look at that fight. It's awesome.
Fucking changing the subject again. So good.
It's like amazing, Max Holloway.
We're in the second round of this fight. Holloway is landing pretty much everything that he wants on Frankie.
It's almost like Frankie wants to go to the ground now.
Well, he can't win the stand-up with Max Holloway. That's apparent. I think he's got to strike to get inside and go for a takedown. I think Frankie's best chance of winning the fight is through wrestling. I think if he's better at anything than Max Holloway, it would be wrestling, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, he's not a better striker than him. He's shorter than him. It's going to be a lot more difficult for him to win this fight if they're standing up. And I think, Max, his strength is really
the thing
standing up, but his takedown defense is so good. But we don't see a lot of Max's jiu-jitsu. We don't see Max on his back very often, but that's mostly because he's super hard to take down. But if Frankie could take him down, then maybe he'd have some success and maybe he could win the fight somehow. But
he's trying to.
He's trying to take Max down, but he can't.
Yeah, he's trying to get in, close the gap, try to grab that single, but
anytime he gets near him, Max just shucks him off. Very strong hips.
It's because he's got these short rights that he throws, and they're nasty. His jabs are just on the mark. He's got these hooks that he throws.
Frankie's stepping in, but he's just out of range with his punches, He's throwing a couple, but he's not quite close enough to Max to hit him. Max is controlling the distance really well.
And
Frankie just went again for another
single
takedown attempt, and
it didn't work.
Nothing there.
But you know what?
Max just shucked him off like there was nothing.
But
now Max is starting to open up.
But the problem there, Dave, is that Frankie is getting that single, but he's so nervous to keep it, he just backs away. Where he should be trying to go for it. If you're gonna grab it, try to attempt to take him down.
Drive into it.
Yeah. Oh boy, Max has got amazing kicks, and he ended the round with a beautiful,
looks like he's starting to feel it now,
or a spin kick, I should say.
He looks like he's in the zone. He found his range, and he's really nailing Frankie.
Yeah.
He won that second round 100%, and I wouldn't be surprised if he finished Frankie Edgar in the third here.
Yeah, and he ended it well.
Frankie looks tired. He has zero answer for Holloway. He can't land punches. He can't take him down.
He does.
Holloway's doing anything he wants to him, and he's starting to really open up and land big shots. If he can get back into the same zone and the same range in the third round, I think he finishes him up.
Well, the end of that round, like I said, with that spinning back kick, I mean, that's a way to end the round. It just shows that Holloway, like you said, he's just like seeing that range. He felt him out in the first round, and now he's just peppering him with everything. Frankie's, it's not like he's doing too bad, but he's just like you said, he needs to go to the ground. He's getting that single, but he's not finishing it. It's like he's nervous to get into that range. He's worried about getting knocked out. That's what I think. Let's see what happens here. Third round. This could be it.
Well, wouldn't you be nervous to get into the range?
Absolutely.
Every time you get into the range, you're getting just peppered with shots.
Look at this. again. I
Wow.
mean, that was the best.
Wow.
That was the best single so far of the fight, and Holloway just shook it off. Amazing.
Can't take Max Holloway down. Frankie's trying. He's trying really hard, and he can't do it.
Well, that was his best. He had like a full grip on him, and
Yeah, he actually had like a body lock on him for
yeah,
a minute.
and it didn't work. So Edgar's just gonna go to his
Antoinette
kicking
thinks
game.
Max has this in the third.
I
It's possible.
I
He
think
could
so.
finish it here. Like, he's looking really sharp, and he's looking like he can't miss at this point. He's in the zone. He's really feeling it.
Yeah, JC2 says how much.
Look at his eyes, man. Look at Holloway's eyes. You see the focus? You see?
Yeah, he's just like.
They focused in on
Yeah.
his eyes there for a second. You could see, like, he is
Like
on
he's in the
another
zone.
level. Yeah. Look at Holloway's face. Like, you
Yeah.
see how he's like. He's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah. And the good thing about the good thing, I mean, what Holloway does well is that he's not only focused as a stand-up fighter, always taking going for the headshots. He throws like these straights to the body. I mean, he likes to break down his opponent, not just trying to go for the knockout. But you'll see these body punches that he throws, and they get in.
What can Frankie do to make this better for himself?
Well, look, he's
Like, what would you tell him to do at this point?
look.
I feel like he's got no answer. At this point, maybe throw in the towel because it's totally over.
No, you never you would
well,
never
why
throw in
not?
the
Like,
towel. I mean, I would try to go for that single.
He's getting hit more. He's not landing anything on Max.
attempt the single again. Try to drive
Just
him towards the
keep
cage.
trying the takedown.
Yeah, you got to.
It's not working.
But it's
and
not-
he's just getting more tired doing it.
Listen, at this point here, you're in the third round. You go for it. You try to drive him up against the fence and take him down. That's what Frankie could do.
Well, he keeps trying and it's not working.
But he's not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's got no.
But he
He's
doesn't
got
go.
no answer. He's got nothing he can do against Holloway at this point. Max is there every time Frankie tries anything. Frankie tries to throw punches, Max is out of range. Frankie just hits air. Frankie tries to go for a takedown, Max just shucks him off like he's nothing.
Yeah, he stalks him.
Like, there's nothing Frankie Edgar can do at this point unless he lands like a lucky shot. He's fucked.
Yeah, like JC says, the best way I can describe Frankie is he's out of range. And
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. And that's the
He
thing.
just can't quite get close enough to Max to hit him. Every time he throws his punches, Max Holloway is a step away from them.
You see, he did attempt that single again.
He's trying it.
Yeah, here he's got to drive him towards the fence, but he's...
Max is defending very well and punching at the same time. He makes
Wow.
him pay every time.
Yeah.
Every time he goes in for that single leg,
And you
Max
think-
is hitting him with shots right to the ear. He's making him pay every time.
And you think Frankie would...
Oh, man, those were good.
Yeah.
Oh, Frankie's hurt.
Yeah.
Frankie's hurt.
See, now he's going to start going for
Oh,
the body.
boy.
Wow.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here we go.
this is desperation going on here.
Yeah. Oh, but it's maybe working.
This is what I was trying to say that Frankie needs to do. That's exactly what I was saying that Frankie needs to do. But is it enough?
Huge for Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, but this is what, like,
The heart of this
he's like
man.
a wounded animal. He's doing anything he can to survive.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's for Holloway, it's like,
Sure.
look.
Frankie got a takedown.
Oh, man.
Frankie's on top.
Dave, listen, my parlay was submission by Holloway.
That's not going to happen.
Listen, he could go for the guillotine. He almost had it there. But
Come on.
the thing is that Edgar right now, this is exactly what I said Edgar needed to do in the earlier rounds.
Yeah, you got
Does he have the strength
you
to
gotta
go
put
further
Holloway on his back
and
try
just
to throw some punches.
and
but,
just
like,
ground and pound? You see, but
that
that's
was the
it.
first successful takedown of the fight for Frankie Edgar.
Yeah. But he didn't
He's
do much with it.
attempted like what?
Oh, look at this,
A
Dave.
dozen?
I'd say, but that was his best. His
Like,
last
he's
two
attempted
were like,
close to a dozen takedowns. He landed one, and the one he landed was the pure desperation takedown when he was getting punched a lot and getting hurt. Like, Frankie was hurt.
He was hurt.
And he went for the desperation takedown, and he pushed Max against the fence, and he got him.
But he didn't do much
But
with
that's the type of thing you need to do to stop yourself from getting knocked out. You know, like, that's everything you got in that takedown. Because if you don't take him down now, you're done.
It's a Hail Mary move, and that's the thing.
But Frankie wasn't able to do much on Holloway, even when he did have him down, because I think Frankie's so beat up and tired from the 3 rounds of fighting that once he did get him down and get on top of him, he only had a minute in the 3rd round to do it, and the wear of the fight has already kind of made its mark on Frankie Edgar.
Here it is, Dave.
Frankie has lost all 3 rounds of this fight.
So
good uppercut by Max Holloway.
Here's the move. Beautiful.
Double leg.
Yep. He couldn't close the gap there by squeezing the legs, but look, that was the best move so far by Edgar. It's a desperation
He still
move.
lost a round, though.
For sure, he lost a round.
Holloway's won all 3 rounds, right?
Yeah.
We're in the 4th. We both have Holloway up 30-27, 3 rounds to 0 over Frankie Edgar.
Someone's listening because he's trying to go for it again.
The takedowns are what he needs to do because standing up in front of Max Holloway isn't working for Frankie.
But the thing with Frankie is that he's trying to get those singles in like the center of the octagon. He needs to even
Get
back
close
up
to the fence.
closer to the fence, and
but
then
Holloway's really good at controlling the cage.
Yeah.
You know, Holloway's got great footwork, and he's really good at cutting off the angles and keeping himself in the middle and keeping Frankie on the outside closer to the fence, and that's where he needs him, right? Holloway needs to control the middle of the cage, and he's doing that.
He's doing it perfectly.
He wants to stay away from the outside where Frankie can push him against the fence, stay in the middle where it's harder to get taken down.
Yep.
And he's been doing that the whole fight.
Sure.
Holloway is an expert, man. This guy doesn't make mistakes.
Look, he's definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame at some point if he ends his career today or if he ends it in 10 years from now. This guy's a future Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about it.
I kind of want to see him fight Conor again.
Well, he lost to Conor. That was his first fight.
But it was a decision.
Yep, but still it's a loss, right?
I think before Poirier, Conor was the last guy to have beaten Holloway.
Yep.
Wouldn't you want to see that at 155?
Sure.
Just like, I'd be into that fight.
Yeah, but Conor wants the bigger picture.
Holloway's a big name.
It is, but he wants Khabib.
He is talking about Khabib on his Twitter today.
So is George. Everybody wants Khabib now. But when you think about it, Khabib has only fought 4 times in the last 3 years. So he's not, you know what I mean? He's not a very active fighter. So he has, at this point, he's going to just pick and choose. I think what he really wants, Khabib, is George. He's already beat Conor. He wants George.
Well, Khabib said already that he's not interested in a rematch with Conor. And he'd rather fight Tony Ferguson and George St. Pierre. So...
Which makes sense, but
we'll see what happens after Dustin Poirier for Khabib if he beats him.
But the bigger money will be with Conor. There's no doubt about it.
But he's not fighting for money. The guy lives with his parents. Man, Frankie Edgar's got blood on his mouth. It looks kind of like the Joker.
I was just about to say that.
Doesn't
I
he?
swear, I was just about to say he looks like the Joker.
Frankie looks like the Joker.
Dave,
it's like lipstick on his face.
You
almost.
read my mind. I swear, I was just about to say he kind of looks
Frankie's
like the Joker.
got the Joker cut.
Wow.
Weird blood on his mouth.
Yeah, that's weird, man. Who is the best Joker?
Well, Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, you think so?
He won an Oscar for it.
Mm.
Probably because he died, but still.
That's.
Well,
Eesh.
what?
Jack Nicholson, I thought was better.
I don't know about that.
Come on, Jack Nicholson, man.
How about Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey wasn't bad.
Oh no, he wasn't the Joker.
Was it?
He was.
Oh, he's in the
Riddler.
Mask.
He was the Riddler.
Oh yeah, Riddler.
Who else was a Joker?
I thought it was Jim Carrey, but it's not. Yeah, he was the Riddler. Jack Nicholson, I thought played it, in my opinion, best. But hey, that's some guy I'd like to have lunch with, Jack Nicholson.
You probably will one day, Hollywood.
I know. I'm just a busy guy now. You know, I had to.
Does your buddy Harvey know? Your buddy Harvey Keitel know Jack Nicholson?
I'm sure
Probably.
he does. Yeah, yeah.
Harvey Keitel knows everybody, even AJ.
Yep. I wanted to know how Sean Connery was doing. I asked him, I'm like, what's happening with Sean, man?
He's like, who's Sean?
No, he knew who Sean was. He says, he retired and everything. But what I really tried to get it was, I asked him about Cameron Diaz. He likes Cameron Diaz. I'm like, what's up with Cameron? She's not like acting anymore. She's like retired. I'm like, she's too young to retire.
Oh.
Get her back. Something About Mary was awesome. Yep. The only thing that works for Frankie is that single. But it's not like it goes any further than that. But
That's it.
at least he's trying. He has something. He has a tool. And that's about it.
It's ineffective.
It's a broken tool, but
He's
it's a tool.
getting hit constantly. Frankie Edgar's about to lose another round. Frankie Edgar is losing every single round in this fight. It's not his fault. He's trying his best. There's just nothing he can do.
And Holloway always
Holloway
ends
is
it
better.
with something like just before the round ends, Holloway always throws something that's going to be in the minds of the judges regardless. I mean, the guy is he's a genius.
Feels like he's picking it up in the end of the round. Like in
he
the
always
last
does.
90 seconds of the fight, Holloway seems to start throwing more punches.
You know, and that's what it comes down to is that's what the judges always remember. I'm telling you, they always remember those last minutes of a fight or the last minute of a fight.
Yeah.
And Holloway always delivers. He's just a smart fighter.
He's a very smart fighter.
Yeah.
God damn, Max Holloway's good.
He's amazing.
Like, what he's doing right now, he is putting on a clinic of how to be a championship MMA fighter.
Exactly. And that's why I'm not like joking, saying like this is like a Hall of Famer. He's like, to say a Hall of Famer, there's not too many at 27 years old you can say that. You know, Max is one of them. He's unbelievable. Who else would you say?
What do you mean?
Like a real Hall of Famer, a guy who's like
At 27 years old? Or what do you mean?
at 27 years old.
I don't
was
know.
maybe George at the time.
Conor McGregor?
Conor McGregor. But Max,
John Jones?
But Max is
John
active.
Jones, right?
John Jones, yes, if he's not in trouble. But when you think about it, he's active. Conor's not active. George is not active at the moment. Max is still fighting. And he'll keep fighting.
That's the other thing. As great as he is right now, he probably hasn't even hit his prime.
Exactly.
You know, like he'll probably hit the peak of his athleticism at 31, 30,
Yep.
30, 31, 32 in that
Yep,
range. You
I
know, that's
agree.
usually when
They
you see
peak.
the peak of MMA fighters, and
Yep.
then it starts to kind of go down, which wow. Imagine how
Unless
good
you're Daniel Cormier.
Imagine how good Max Holloway is going to be in 3 years.
It's incredible. That's why.
It's ridiculous. The blessed era. It's no joke. I don't know if a featherweight alive exists that can beat Max Holloway. Is there anybody out there?
Well, let's see. The fight
Maybe
still has to
Alexander
finish, right?
Volkanovski. They're talking about him next.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, he's there. I saw him.
He weighed in.
Did he?
Yeah, they had him weigh in just in case as a backup. So if Frankie or Max couldn't make the fight, Volkanovski was going to take it instead.
Interesting. Makes sense. I didn't see that. I didn't see the
Volkanovski
weigh-in.
almost got himself a title shot if Frankie couldn't make weight. And I guess vice versa. Maybe they would have done an interim title if Max couldn't show up for some reason. But they had Volkanovski there as a backup. Happy they didn't have to use him. This is the fight I
Yeah,
wanted to see.
Exactly. Everybody wants to see
No
this
one wants
fight.
to see Alexander Volkanovski versus Frankie Edgar in the main event for an interim featherweight title. Imagine that. That would have been awful.
I mean, it's happened in the past, but
Yeah, but
you know,
that would have been a disaster. This is a good fight.
it is a good fight. It's going the distance. I mean, on the show on Thursday, I did pick Holloway to go decision. On my parlay, I wanted to be a bit greedy, so I'm like Holloway by submission, just because it paid out the most.
Yeah, but your parlay didn't quite work
No,
out.
so on a $3 bet on the parlay, the payout was $430.
There's a reason for that.
There's a reason for
Because
that.
you're picking a lot of long shots.
Long shots.
You picked Holloway to win by submission, which
Right.
was 10-1.
Yeah. I mean, it came
Highly
close,
unlikely.
not close, but he had the guillotine at one point, but
Get the fuck out of here.
it was there. I didn't mean it like it got tightened, but it was there.
It was barely there.
But on the real part, on the show on Thursday, he did I did say like unanimous decision for Holloway.
Yeah.
Did you pick? What did you pick?
I think I picked Holloway by knockout or something.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Could have happened.
Sure.
Almost happened. This fight isn't over. They're in the 5th round. Holloway has won every single round.
Sure, and now this is when it gets dangerous for a fighter who's winning a fight because Edgar is in a position that he has no choice but to throw everything he can. Mm-hmm. He's going to go for the Hail Marys, and you got to be careful. This is when you can get that lucky knockout punch. Submission, I don't think will happen, but the punch can happen. So he's going to throw these bombs, which he's doing. But Holloway is just picking him apart.
Edgar has been out of this fight as soon as it started.
But you know what? It's
like
not
the
like
first round he felt him out, but 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round, and now the 5th round have been all Max Holloway, and Frankie hasn't even come close. You know,
no, his 1-2 punches
the
are
first
just on
round
the
was
mark.
just Max figuring it out, and then the rest of the fight was just Max beating up Frankie Edgar. He took 5 minutes. I was like, okay, I know how to beat up Frankie Edgar, and then he went and did it for 20 minutes. Well, 19. There's still about 60 seconds left in this fight, but it's done. I'm calling it Max Holloway, unanimous decision, and still UFC featherweight champion.
Yep.
This shit's over.
That's a good way to put it, Dave. What's on the comments there? Not Jack Nicholson. Arnold as Mr. Freeze. Oh, that's true. I forgot about Arnold as Mr. Freeze.
I think that was the one where Jim Carrey was in it too. Played the Riddler. Was that George Clooney as Batman in that one or something?
Where's Batman?
What do you mean?
Which actor did you think played
George
Batman?
Clooney, I'm saying, in that one.
You like George Clooney as Batman?
No. I'm just saying I think he was in that one. Like, who did I like playing Batman? Who's your favorite Batman?
I think the first one was it Michael? Not Michael Caine. Michael Keaton.
Yeah, he was in the first like movie of that kind of generation.
Yeah, that wasn't like the best Batman in my opinion. I like Keaton. I thought he's awesome.
Best Batman gotta be what's his name? Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. That guy was awesome. And Peter Parker. That guy was good.
Oh, what's that guy's name from the old school Batmans?
Oh, that's that guy is he's always on the Simpson show.
Oh, he's on Family Guy, isn't
Family Guy as well. Bruce Wayne. Played by. Come on, guys. Help us out. Look at Max. He doesn't even have a mark on him.
Adam West.
Adam West, that's right.
Best Batman ever.
Yep. Who else is there?
There's
Val Kilmer. I remember when
Kilmer.
Yeah, he wasn't too bad.
Christian Bale.
That was a good Batman. Christian Bale. That guy is one amazing actor.
Robert Pattinson is gonna play Batman.
Who the heck is that?
The guy from the Twilight movies. People hated Ben Affleck for some reason.
Ben Affleck? I met Ben Affleck.
You met Ben Affleck?
I actually have a poster in my house because of him.
How do you know everybody in Hollywood, AJ Hollywood?
Yeah, I got to put that poster up, by the way.
Fucking Hollywood AJ over here.
Ben Affleck. He knows. I know. You know. If Ben is watching this, remember 2-1. Inside joke.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but he does.
Ben Affleck?
Oh yeah.
Why do you have inside jokes with Ben Affleck?
2-1.
He's still in rehab, that guy?
Aren't they all?
Didn't he go to like rehab for alcohol or something? Recently?
Again? Look at that. You know when you're big, you can bring in a drink. Yeah, unanimous.
That's weird. The judges scored it 50-45, 50-45, 48-47.
That's what I'm telling you.
What the fuck was a 48-47? Like, the two judges scored it 50-45. That's 5 rounds to nothing. A clean sweep for Max Holloway. That makes total sense to me. That's how I scored it.
Exactly.
But then the third judge that scored it 3 rounds to 2 for Max Holloway. What 2 rounds are you giving to Frankie Edgar?
That's what I'm telling you.
Who the fuck is judging fights in Edmonton? Get your shit together. Frankie Edgar won 0 rounds.
He won 0, exactly.
To the 2 judges that scored at 50-45, congratulations, you did your job correctly. To the 1 judge that scored at 48-47,
you're fucked.
Get the fuck out of the sport.
Exactly, Dave. Well said.
Fuck.
Because that doesn't make any sense. And that's the problem with the UFC. We brought this up many times. Who are these judges? Where do they come from? Do they have any martial arts, mixed martial arts experience? If they're getting boxing judges or they're getting judo judges in there or they're getting like so you can think you can dance judges in there, there's a problem. And any scorecard like we just heard,
crazy.
48-47 doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So you know what? Just like we have to scrutinize like the
What's Holloway
referees,
saying here?
we got to look at the judges as well.
Respect to Frankie Edgar. Blah, 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 blah.
He's awesome, Max Holloway. He's very respectful. Bravo, Max. Bravo.
Yeah, great fight, Max
clinic.
Holloway.
And you know what? Back to that judging. I mean,
it's ridiculous.
You can't. It doesn't make any logical sense. I don't know if everybody agrees with us.
Is Frankie retiring?
He's almost 40 years old, Dave. I mean, where's he gonna go from here?
Unlikely to get another title shot.
Man, Rogan needs a shave. And some shoe polish. He has a great record. He's 22-7-1. I mean,
Yeah.
Good job, Frankie.
Frankie's sad.
Yeah, for sure. It's not easy.
No, his kid's there. He's crying. Man, if I were fighting a man in a cage, I don't know if I'd want my kid there.
Why not?
Because things could go wrong.
It's a family event. Here he comes. Here comes his kid.
I don't want my kid seeing
Look at
daddy
his
knocked
kid.
unconscious.
Hey, listen.
It could happen.
Bravo to the kid. Yeah, well, you know what? I agree. I mean, we're joking around and all, but it is tough
That's
to
what
see
I'm
your
saying.
dad
It's
take
tough.
a beating.
I wouldn't
for
want to
sure.
put my kid through that. But whatever. I'm not Frankie Edgar. He can do what he wants.
I mean, like, think about the Diaz family.
I just don't like seeing it on TV, like a sad kid. Like a kid crying in the audience because his dad just got beat up for 25 minutes.
Who was it that
it's
fight?
It's not a nice scene.
I think the worst fight ever, and like with kids in the scene, was like I think Coleman against Fedor. Remember that fight?
Yeah.
When he brought in his kids, he was like, that was like
It can go wrong.
unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely.
It can go wrong. Like Holloway's son was right there cage side when his dad lost to Dustin Poirier.
Yep.
Holloway's son was there for this fight too. A little bit better this time around. So that's it. UFC 240 is done. Max Holloway and still the UFC featherweight champion.
Thumbs up on the card.
I guess you'd say Volkanovski would be next, right? He was ready, waiting in the wings for the fight. I figure he's next for Holloway.
You know what? Look, I think that will be the fight, but it's not a fight that you can carry alone. I mean, no,
it's got to be co-main event.
It has to be
double title pay-per-view or something, right?
Because Volkanovski is not the name that everyone knows, so it's gonna be a tough draw. It's gonna be a tough draw.
Unless you can turn around and do it in Australia, like if Holloway's ready to go fight in Australia later this year. When is that? There's a fight in Australia coming up where Adesanya fights Whitaker, and I know Volkanovski is Australian, right? So maybe they do that.
Yeah, it'll get more attention in Australia than it will anywhere else, but I don't know. It's not like the greatest card, but the next week, August 3rd, I mean, Covington against Lawler, awesome. August 10th, Shevchenko against Carmouche 2.
October 6th.
August 17th.
October 6th, UFC 243. Robert Whitaker, Israel Adesanya in Melbourne, Australia. That's the only fight announced for that card.
When is that?
October 6th.
Yeah, that could
Holloway
work.
fought 3 months ago. Could he fight in another 3 months? All right, it's less than that. It's like 2.5 months.
It's too close.
But look at this. They're already interviewing Volkanovski about Max Holloway. Like, it's clear that he's next in line, right? What are they saying to him?
Let's see what he says. 17-fight win streak.
Yeah, he's next in line for sure, Volkanovski.
Dave, go to the comments. Let's see.
Like, they're pushing Volkanovski as the next title challenger. It would make sense if they did it in the co-main event of that UFC Australia card, but October 6th might be too short of a turnaround for Max. I think it is. But maybe December as part of a super card in December, you know?
That could be interesting.
Why are they interviewing Alexander Volkanovski right now? Like, what's the point?
I guess they're going to try to hype him up. I mean, he does have an impressive record. I mean, he only has one loss.
After the fight, like, it's a weird thing to do. It's not something they ordinarily do, right?
Yeah, so I guess this is part of
They're really
hyping up.
Yeah, it's part of the push for Volkanovski versus Holloway.
Yeah, and for people to know who he is, they need to showcase him. It's all marketing as well, right, Dave? So this is a good way. If he can trash talk right now and whatever, but he's still, he has, an impressive record. He's finished 14 out of 20 wins, 11 knockouts. He's 17-1. The Australia fight would have been awesome.
It would have been huge, but again.
For Alexander anyways, but it's too early. I mean, he's not a big guy when you think of it, because either Rogan is standing on a box or something, or
Volkanovski's really good. He's going to give Holloway some problems. That's a good fight.
Yeah, but what I'm saying right now, watching this interview, I know Rogan. He's not a tall guy. So either Volkanovski is shorter than Rogan, or Rogan is standing on some.
No, I think Volkanovski is shorter than Rogan.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be another disadvantage if he's going to go up against Holloway.
Tall guy. Yeah. Holloway is tall for the weight class, right?
Yeah, he is, and Edgar has probably the longest reach out of that height group, which seems to be the same thing with Volkanovski. And looking at Volkanovski's arms, I don't know what his reach is, but they don't look like Edgar's. So he wants to get in that pocket. It's going to be hard for him. Take a look at Volkanovski. I want to see what his... he's one tough fighter. There's no doubt about it. Way to go, Edmonton. Way to go.
Way to go, Edmonton. What does Edmonton have to do with it?
Well, they did a nice card. Everything is great.
So
it's all
Max
Canadian
Holloway is 5'11".
He seems taller than that, but mind you,
well, that's what he's listed at 5'11". Volkanovski is listed at 5'6".
Yeah.
That's a major difference for striking.
Major. Let me see. Does it show his...
No. Does not
his
show
reach
the
advantage,
range.
it doesn't show, eh?
No.
Well...
But, yeah, Holloway's definitely going to have a reach advantage. And I think it's going to be against Volkanovski. And I think Holloway probably beats him, too. I don't think anybody's beating Holloway right now. The guy's the man.
Yep, I agree with you, Dave.
AJ, UFC 240 in the books. That's our watch along. Thanks everybody for watching along with us. The pay-per-view is over. We are going home. We're going to bed. We're finishing up. We're going to be back here this Thursday, 8 p.m.
Yeah, listen in. I guess we're going to be talking about this.
We'll talk about this. We'll talk about the post-fight comments and everything else that happens after UFC 240, and until
we'll have a special guest
between now and Thursday. Whatever happens in MMA, we'll talk about that.
Something's gonna happen, I can assure you. Connor, George, maybe there's gonna be a big announcement.
And there'll be no Fred on Thursday. It'll just be me and AJ,
and maybe someone else,
and maybe a special guest. We'll see.
Could be anybody.
Thursday, 8 p.m. for Ringside Report. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Leave a comment, and check us out Thursday, 8 p.m. for the next episode of Ringside Report MMA Talk. You can go to the YouTube channel right now for some pro wrestling, Wrestling Uncensored. The latest episode is up there. The latest episode of Dave and Johnny Live is up on the YouTube channel. More info, go to our website, ringsidereport.net. Thanks to my brother for stepping in tonight. Thanks to AJ for being here. Thanks, AJ.
Thanks, Dave.
Good stuff.
And where's Johnny, man? Johnny was like
MIA.
was doing our reportage at PJ's, and we haven't heard from Johnny.
Yeah.
Maybe Johnny got drunk.
Maybe he did. Thanks, everybody,
I
for
don't think
watching.
so.
Hope you enjoyed the UFC watch-along. We'll talk to you again soon.
Love.